things first. What is a man and a woman? What is a husband and wife? Once you find that out and learn what a man is supposed to be and what a woman is supposed to be, that's what they don't want you to get back to. When you learn that, then the black community rises.
This is a traffic jam.
Other rappers pink, I'm the Black Panther. Spit sick, illmatic, bring black cancer. Black music, black stanzas, black sprites, black Mirandas. Kick game like the Fab Five in the black socks. 2 fingers in the air, beats to my black ops. Middle fingers rose to those who want black slop. Fuck white cops as well as black cops. Check it, life's a gamble. White and black dice. FIFA ain't up in the jungle, not the white and black type. Black man cannon only have black wives. Unless you want a genocide, all black life. Make black queens, make more black kings. Made math and science, make more black things. Stop the black on black and black on brown. Roll up that now, put out that black and male. Put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Yeah, put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town. I'ma get it in, watch me black out. Black out, black out, black out, black out. Yeah, back to the Renaissance, this black art. Nigga, the roots, black thought. The black pack came, a black hope. Black power one, whenever black vote. Thou shall not back talk to the black god. Jews I drop worth more than a black card. Do what I want, when I want, can't be blackballed. Do it for my people, do it for the black cause. Master of ceremonies, never be black slaves. What help fill many more black graves. To the white race, blacks pray. To white Jesus, too many blacks pray. Overstand a strong man, black man. The laws of the land is a lose black's plan. Stop the black on black and black on brown. Roll up that now, put out that black and mouth. I'm saying put your hands up whenever black get down. It's a pack house whenever black in town.
This is it, day one. The red letter edition. Big Luda. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on, yeah. Before I finish breathing, I'm moving the masses like minister speeches, penning classics as I finish my thesis. Not a pastor or a preacher, my passion is deeper. Rapper / teacher, trying to master the teachings past the sinister streets and moving bags past the police is speeding fast in the evening. The truth is it's all about eating, but I'm feeding food for thought for those either fasting or feasting. Putting faith in my beliefs when I'm speaking, looking straight till I'm decent, at peace with no fear, believing it's real. I tell them it's heaven, but it's hard when you talking to niggas with no ears. From clouds of chronic coughing and sessions off, walking and stressing, straight lost in the essence. I pause for a second with my thoughts and reflections. I take my losses as lessons, but it's all just a blessing, and that's the mess. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me. In an instant, friendship seeing quick in the music business. It used to be just music, now it's just business. The relentless pursuit for loot, dividends and interest, hidden agendas, leaving you defenseless against them. Not to mention intentions to benefit from you penning authentic sentences. Shit for the spinach, niggas that did it. Listen, while you scribbling, picturing images of living on premises surrounded by fences and different women in silky linens, bending and grinning, intended rentals, you slipping, cause these Vicks is out, tricking your chips in. The game's cutthroat, rules was laid back in the day before rappers got paid by sponsors that slung dope. And shit ain't really changed beside the amount of change the game. Famous names so these lames can front, so I change the game. See my future through the blunt smoke so high, looking at my future through the blunt smoke. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah. It's not a song, I'm trying to put you on to what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah, it's not a song I'm trying to put you on or what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, I'm invincible, guarded by two identical, invisible guardian angels that guard every angle of my physical frame. Spiritual miniature ministers whispering, keeping me on the top of my game. Lessons to gain, pleasure and pain. Like my eyes, they reside on the left and right side of my brain. Quietly praying, navigating my aspirations, passing calculated statements while I'm grabbing my flame. Wasted in the basement, pacing, placing words on pages, blazing my merch to the face. I'm blowing life in the air. I sold my soul to the Lord for a price of a prayer. Yeah, so my nights can be clear when I sit still, writing his will in his likeness, like him, cause I'm knowing he'll save me. He told me to spit and don't let the devil take the gifts that he gave me. We can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah, it's not a song I'm trying to put you on or what I'm on. If you just rotate with me, yeah, we can chop it up, get our profits up, get this dust. If you just rotate with me, yeah, it's not a song I'm trying to put you on or what I'm on. If you just rotate with me.
That's why we shine wherever we go. We shine wherever we go. We shine wherever we go. We shine wherever we go, Lord, Lord. Welcome to the mind of a pothead. On my head, see a young nigga got dressed. We don't give a fuck what a cop said. I'm living a legacy, so even when I die, I am not dead. Nigga, I am not dead. Fuck with me.
Oh yeah. Great afternoon to you wonderful people. Welcome to this Wednesday edition of I Said What I Said. We are live from inside the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios. Alongside Toussaint Werner, my name is Howard. Each and every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m., we get together right here with you guys, and we discuss issues that are currently impacting the black community, how those issues impact us as individuals, but also how they impact us as a collective. And along with your help, we talk through many of those issues in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, we want to overcome them as individuals, but perhaps more importantly, we want to overcome them as a collective. Thank you all sincerely for choosing to be a part of this conversation. As always, your input is valued. It is definitely appreciated. Anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so. We will read through as many of your comments as possible while we go through the show. We would kindly ask that you please take a quick second to share the broadcast. Share it on your personal page. Share it even within your personal network. Absolutely anyone that you think would add value to this conversation or find value in it, we welcome them to be a part of the discussion, because we think that the more like-minded individuals we can get to be in this discussion, the better the opportunities we have of finding those aforementioned solutions. So please, if you would be so kind, take a quick second to share the broadcast. Again, this is I Said What I Said. It is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest on a Wednesday afternoon. My name is Herb. His name is Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm chilling. Blessed and highly favored. How you?
Ain't nothing to it, man. I'm feeling good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am in a really, really good mood today. Night before last, I didn't get much sleep, so I was tired. So I've got decent amount of sleep today. I should probably put us on the screen, huh?
That probably would work.
That might help, right? This is not
right?
only audio. This is actually video.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, people.
Taking away from your 0.5%.
Turns out I'm still handsome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I got some rest. I got some rest last night, and I'm feeling refreshed. It's my last day of work for the week. And,
Hit the road, huh?
Yeah, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. My birthday is next weekend, and so I am going to be. Thanks, Mom. We can't see y'all. Always producing from the crib or somewhere. Yeah, my birthday is next weekend, man. So I'm take a trip this weekend and get up out of here, man. Go somewhere I ain't never been. I'm gonna go check out Hawaii, man. I've never been out there.
Yeah, bless your heart, man. That should be dope, brother.
It should be. I'm looking forward to it, man. It should definitely be a good time. And so yeah, go out there, see what's to that. But I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm in a really good mood. I started packing today because that's the type of shit I do.
That's how it usually works.
Yeah, you know how you got some people like pack like a week, 2 weeks even a month ahead of time sometimes, right? Me, today, what time we leave? Cool. Throw that in the bag. Let's go, right? And I'm only taking the carry-on. If I gotta check a bag, we must be about to be here a month. Cause there ain't no chance for me. Like I'm taking the carry-on everywhere I go. If it's a week, 2 weeks, or less, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna figure this thing out. We're gonna figure out, okay, which pair of shoes can I wear with that, and that? Okay, I gotta bring some casual shoes for dinner or something. Okay, I bring, some linen pants, something for this or that and the third. But other than that, fam, we gonna throw 4-5 pair of swim trunks. We're gonna throw some casual stuff in there. Gonna find some shoes that work for about everything. Casual shoes, flip-flops, wife beaters, draw socks. We up out of here, fam. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all men, brother.
Yeah.
Specifically when we traveling alone.
The only thing that takes space in my suitcase is shoes. And so I'm like, if I can figure out how to, limit how many pairs of shoes I take, I'm Gucci. I don't know about y'all. Maze, what's happening in there, man? We see you in there working.
What up, doggy?
You all good?
I am blessed and highly favored, to quote my brother too.
I couldn't wait to get in here and see you, man. I tuned into the show this morning, man, and I always get excited when you got on your R&B sweater mock turtleneck shirt,
This
man.
is my R&B look. I got 4 outfits just like this. I just stack them in there. Look, I found a rib turtleneck, and it made me look a little halfway.
Like you was a little fit?
Like I had some fitness to it. Don't let me get the black one on, because then I'm going to throw the chain on. I'm going to find my watch. I'm going to get a ring.
Your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yes. Man, you just hit on something, though, that I can never seem to figure out.
What's that, though?
Which is the travel, carry on, and what shoes to take.
That's the thing.
Right, the shoes, and because of the gym shoe / flip flop, and then the dinner thing.
That's the thing.
The dinner is what throws it off.
That's the
I
thing.
could probably pull it with the gym shoes and then throw a pair in there. But when you got take a pair of dinner shoes.
That's the thing.
And I can't wear like the Jesus slippers.
No, that's not gonna work.
You just gotta take the L, bro. Like you gotta take the L and wear the sneakers that you're gonna rock for the week. You just can't be fresh. You got to get the sneakers.
Yeah, you can't have you ain't gonna have custom shoes for the joint. So you find a pair of shoes that you can interchange through your casual fit. And then you got to bring your formal shoes for the dinners or whatever else.
Well, I'm going to tell you, my whole lifestyle changed when cannabis got legal. My cousin. Because, see, I always had my cousin's lifestyle change.
Your cousin's lifestyle change.
Because my cousin always had it's like he ain't, after having to find a weed spot in multiple cities, my cousin decided that the smartest thing for him to do was to put it in his bag that goes through the goes through check it.
You want to check
the bag,
right?
Put it in and be like the and if something happened, you'd be like, dude did that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Right? And so since now cannabis is legal, my cousin be like, well damn, it's really no reason for me to check
just walk on the plane blowing now.
Right. I don't even need to check my bag, which then means that I got a problem with the shoes because I'm trying to get all the shoes in the joint. So I'm glad to know that that's not a Maze Jackson issue. You said you're gonna take the L too?
You gotta take the L.
It depends on where you going, dog.
You may take the L and check a bag, or you may take the L
first
on what?
You have to have taste in your buying process.
See, do you have to have capitalistic? Look, because let me tell you, you gotta be a capitalist.
No,
you gotta
just have to have taste.
Okay,
I don't spend a whole lot of bread. I just got taste.
Okay, you got Nike taste, right?
I got taste.
I got you, dog.
So I just got taste. So I get the shoes that I know I can rock with whatever outfits I got. The sneakers that gonna rock heavy with every one. Then leave the rest of them at the crib. Then put my, my flat shoes in the bag and ride out.
I can't wait till you put on your church shoes, dog. Could you please put on the church?
I
know you guys. Look, wait, hold on.
You heard him? You heard
him? Wait. I know you don't have
in Kentucky, you can buy any shoe you want for like $40.
That you can't buy fair. Almost for $40.
Yes,
you can buy it where?
In Kentucky.
Okay.
So in Bowling Green, no, this is a real story though.
He said Bolingbrook, in the streets of Bolingbrook.
It's the streets of Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Okay.
So my family is from, my father's family originated from Kentucky.
Okay.
So we used to go to Bowling Green a lot. I still go to Bowling Green every night.
I got family in Bowling Green.
You know
Actually, my uncle is a professor.
So there's like shoe outlets because Kentucky used to be I don't know what they call it, the center of shoemaking in America,
Cobblers.
something like that. Yeah, cobblers or something like that. So there's these spots in Kentucky where you can find them deals. G.
Really?
Henry said you got Salvatore's.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even finish the sentence because I knew how it was going to go. That's why I
Hold
shut
on,
up.
hold on.
That's why I
See?
shut up.
Hold on, wait. I was thinking to myself now.
You got Salvatore.
He got Salvatore Ferragamo's to go with his $250 Jordans, and I'm the capitalist.
I'm not paying for those things, though.
I got you.
I've got good relationships.
I got you, brother.
You know
I
what
got
I
you.
mean?
But you put it in front of the other young men who aspire to be like you.
Hey,
and then they figure
it
out,
should be
what
like me.
capitalism
See,
should I do
this
to
is-
blow up?
No.
I need to get on O-Block
See,
and
this
kill
is-
me some people to give
this-
me some two shoes.
This is where we've confused life. Right?
Explain it to me, brother.
I've lived like a celebrity all my life.
I noticed that. It's that light skin
And I'm not
privilege,
even
man.
being funny, right? But it's because I've had great relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It really don't go no further than that. I invest in people, and people invest back in me.
Agreed.
I don't even need money.
My
I traveled the whole country, a lot of different countries. Most of that I didn't have to pay for.
my network is
That's
my
pretty
net
deep.
worth.
I'm-
Like, it's the people that I know. Like,
That's dope. That's dope as hell.
I'm so serious though. Right?
I'm
I thought
serious,
about-
too.
I said it yesterday, like 15 to 18, man. I probably traveled 40 to 50 states, and I'm talking about
Okay.
from 15 years old to 18.
Oh, see, what I will say, and I try to tell people this all the time, that your relationships will get you things that money never could.
Always.
Big
I was
facts.
thinking like the way I went to Paris, like same thing, right? Or the same way I went to Africa, same thing.
Same
I'm
way I
with
went
you.
to China. Yeah, the same thing.
Hey man, I think in Two's other life he wanted to be like Maze, but it's all
That's
good.
probably not true. That's probably not true.
He wanted to be dark skinned too.
Probably not. I probably am dark skinned. You know what I mean?
I probably am dark skinned.
I told you, dog. When we get you in the 64 box, we hitting the peach.
Yo, it's hilarious, man.
No, but yeah, if y'all go through
Kentucky.
y'all going to Kentucky or Tennessee or you just got to ride through Bowling Green, you can buy some nice dress shoes for like no dough. You can buy some good sneakers in there for no dough too, because it's just Kentucky. You know
You a
what I mean?
sneaker dude? You're not a gym shoe dude. When did we go to sneakers
I'm
in
Chicago, man. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I
Okay.
just go with whatever I say. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Gym shoes all day. I'm definitely a gym shoe dude.
All right.
I take the Chicago quiz every morning with Dawn. I'd be like, I
But
don't like these
agree
people.
with Don's Chicago her
Quiz?
though. Some of the stuff she
Yeah,
says.
I agree with that too.
It's
I don't
not
agree.
all- that's not
that ain't all
Chicago.
In what way? Which ones y'all don't
she
like?
got a few of them that I'd be
It's a
like,
bunch of them. I'd be like,
she be like, I'd be like, nah, I gotta think about it.
that ain't
But
how
I'd be
we
like, nah. She even with her with the sneakers.
I disagree with
Right,
Dawn.
she say sneakers.
She say
I
sneakers.
disagree
I'm
with
like, I ain't
Dawn,
never
but I'm
heard-
talking about the quiz itself. The quiz is solid.
Oh, the quiz is definitely
I
solid.
disagree with Dawn. I don't say sneakers. She put the S on jewels.
Right.
Like,
Oh, what not niggas do?
I mean, she take the S off. I mean, she leave the S off. She just call it Jewel Osco, right?
First of all, if she said Osco, and
I don't know if she say Oscar. I might be throwing smut on her name on that. But she don't put the S on it. It's Jules. Every day is Jules. And she also an Uncle Remus girl. I mean, I know her homie, you know.
Uncle Remus though, Uncle Remus will fuck Harold's up.
False, that's cap.
That's so trash.
Oh,
cap.
bro.
That's
You-
cap.
Which one? Which uncle? You guess because you went to the one on 47th. Nah, you take
The
your
Uncle
ass.
Remus on Madison is trash.
Nah, you just didn't like. You just don't like being out west. You was already like on the west side.
Gotta go pick up a fake
Everything
ID,
sucks,
get you some
Right.
whack ass mouse
When he
sauce.
get my
Fuck
West
outta
Side
here.
ID and my Uncle Remus.
Hey,
I did point with both.
Broadview, your Harold's don't even got no consistency, dog.
No, they different. Everyone is different.
Right, you be like, which Harold's you going to?
But you just said the same thing about Uncle Remus.
Nah, that's the 47th Street one. Though. Like the west side, both of the ones on the west side. The south side joints be jacked. The west side is good.
They trash, man. Definitely. But I do like the Chicago quiz, man. She do Cubs or Sox. She does
And she say Cubs and the Sox.
she do Highway, Expressway,
She all the way
D-Way.
wrong. She's like a North Side, West Sider.
No, it's go Cubs go all day for me, baby.
But there's another
Shout out to
interesting.
JG.
There's another interesting conversation there too, though.
What?
The Chicago quiz is never going to be consistent because the North Side is very different than the South Side. The West Side.
Yeah, depending on where you
Let's
from.
be clear, ain't no
Right.
North Siders even taking the damn quiz.
Yeah,
But they got their own little idiosyncrasies too.
yeah, but they
though.
never gonna be on
But
this
they gonna
show
be
though.
on the show taking the quiz.
Nobody will
And
ever
the
know
one-
You
it.
never know with Don. You might.
But
Dawn
if
is
you-
everywhere.
But you get North Side with Dawn, it's gonna be the Africans. Hey, hey, why don't you talk to
Those are the
me?
views of Maze Jackson.
This Maze
The
Jackson.
Pan African.
The views of Maze Jackson do not reflect the views of I said what I said,
diaspora.
nor what's in it for the black people media. That is
The diaspora. I am from the diaspora, brother.
They definitely got on the
I am
chancletas. They definitely got on the chancletas for sure. They wearing the Jesus walk sandals.
And they ain't got no lotion on the ankles. I'm just saying.
And
you
it's
know
and it's
Africa.
30 degrees outside too.
By Maze Jackson.
Babule,
Maze
hey,
Jackson
I
alone.
love you.
This guy is wilding, man. I'm convinced that he waits till 3 o'clock to start wilding out.
He does.
Like he want to wild out on the Maze Jackson show, but he's just like, I'll wait. I can curse on Izwiz. I can be offensive on Izwiz. Izwiz for seniors, they don't like that.
Right.
Regular Izwiz is cool with it.
Singers ain't going.
I'm just gonna tell y'all, we gonna have us, we gonna whoop the Izwiz gang that be in the morning show.
That's cap.
They get up at 6 o'clock in the morning
cap.
to be talking about some
That's cap.
cheese whiz. I be like, it's all good. They was singing the Northern. They was trying to get the words to the fight song and everything.
The Izwiz gang gonna show
Y'all
up and
got
they gonna
your
rap.
little gang. Y'all got y'all little.
Wherever we at, we gonna show up and we gonna rap. Don't matter. We could be one deep or all of us. We gonna rap.
Yeah, but it's like we kind of got the flip flop. That's all right. I just let it be. I let the wave be. I just let the wave be. They're gonna wake up one day. My senior's gonna be on the phone bank on the prayer line. On
Wake up one day, your senior's not gonna be here no more.
Oh, y'all bogus.
Gonna wake up one day and your seniors aren't. Like,
Oh, y'all bogus. Shout out to all of the What's in for the Black People family, especially my seniors.
0 to 100. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But
99 to it. They did way past 0.
by 9 o'clock, that top
At the Maze show, they go back to sleep.
They going back to sleep. They've been up since 4. Okay, they got up before. They took their walk around the block or whatever. They had their coffee. They sat in the window, watched everybody else go to work while they listened to Maze. And they went back to sleep.
They went back to sleep. Getting ready for tomorrow.
Ain't still got on the house slip. You know what I'm saying? That thing got grease on it. You know what I'm saying?
As long as they stick with the building fund, I'm straight.
Maze, what's that? The $100 hello?
Holla, mama, holla.
He got that Maze got $100 hello box.
Baby, what's in that box?
Go to Popeyes and give me one of them $100 hellos.
I'll give you 3.
Oh, I'm just being serious. Nah, man, but I do like the Chicago quiz, man. I look forward to it every morning, man. I like the Chicago quiz, and some of the people that have come on there hit it perfectly, in my opinion. They gave all the answers that I would give them. Like, that's a Chicago nigga for real. Like, I like him. You know what I'm saying?
And Don be like, no, you're wrong.
Don be
Right,
like,
she be like, no, it's Jewel. But you also don't miss Don's playlist, because that's the other thing, right? These songs that people be I mean, Don be coming with the whole. She be halfway. That Dante Hall.
mm-hmm.
If you play Dante Hall on y'all show, I bet you the Izwiz family will go crazy too.
Of course. Listen, we are well-rounded people in the Israel.
Y'all know, y'all,
We can
y'all
do it
got all this rap holler.
We from the
assumption of who
Killer.
we are.
we from the streets to the suites. I keep trying to tell you, man. We from the streets to the suites in this Izwiz fan. We can do it all. So we can hop on the streets and get real ratchet, or we can button it up and get real sophisticated on you. We can go however you want. You want to step, we can step. You want to juke, we can juke. You want footwork, we got you.
I heard that.
How you want it? We got you.
You know, I practice all of those professionally.
D. Millie is in the building. What's up, Dawn?
She was like, I heard my name.
I heard y'all say that there was an S in Jewel. It's not.
I do be thinking, though, when she said sneakers, I was like,
Sneakers.
this is not Chicago.
What else she say?
What she say? The front room and the living room?
Yeah,
Right.
front room, living room.
Bathroom, washroom, bathroom.
Yeah.
It's the bathroom.
The bathroom.
God.
Ain't nobody ever said washroom.
And you put sugar on your grits. I don't care what
Oh,
nobody
right,
told you.
I don't
right.
even eat grits, so you know.
Sugar
That's
and
for
butter on the
slaves
grits
and
all day
slaves.
long.
You sugar on your grits too?
Sugar, butter all day. Sugar,
Right
butter,
on.
grits, rice.
Grits is slave food. That go to
Grits is
change.
slave.
I tell you
So
what,
is macaroni cheese, greens.
That go to change. That go to change. I'm telling you. We free. We free.
We free. Allegedly.
but now it's a delicacy when you go up north, right?
Probably is. You know how white folks
Oh, they call it polenta.
Right. It's different. They,
I eat polenta then. How about that? I eat sugar and butter on my polenta.
on my polenta.
See, that's how white folks
I eat grits. Put sugar on my grits and stop playing with me. Okay? No salt and pepper and all that. Put sugar on my grits. Period. Take me to Harold's. Let's take the E-way to get there. And if we need something, we'll pull up at Jules. And that's just going to be what it is. But shout out to Don Millhouse. If
You know
y'all
what
don't,
irritates me,
what's
G?
up?
When people say I'm going to get some J's and it only references Jordans.
Yeah.
J's in my day was just all
Jumpers, right?
Yeah, it just was jumpers. It was never Jordans. Now when you say J's, they didn't,
Yeah, I mean,
Coerced it.
each generation, sometimes they hijack stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just take it and make it another thing. I'm pissed at G Herbo for making
Fazos.
ones G Fazos.
Fazos.
Like her.
Wait, how you did what now?
Her made everybody call Air Force Ones G Fazos.
Fazos.
His homeboy Fazo that he got killed, but he always rocked ones. He did. Always wore ones. And so
All the young
Herbo
people
calls them
them
G
G
Fazos.
Fazos.
So everybody that's Herb age or younger, they all call him G Fazos now. So, or even older, actually, any of his fans, they call him G Fazos. And I'm like, fam, you my age. Why are you calling them G Fazos? We always just call them ones. You tweaking right now. Upsets me.
New York cats call them uptowns though.
Yeah?
Yeah, they sure do.
That's
They
weird.
Sure do.
New York cats do weird things, though. They wear Timbs when it's 120 outside. So
Hey man, that's a good look
Yeah,
though with the
different.
summertime, man. That,
it's not a good look.
yeah, man.
Timbs are a good look, but it's 100 degrees. No, it's not. It's not very practical at all. They be tweaking. But that's their style. I ain't mad.
Chicago cats wear J's all the time. No, we wear gym shoes in the winter too.
Yeah, that's it. I'm that way. I don't. Fun fact, random fact that nobody cares about, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I don't own a pair of boots. I don't have any.
What?
I do not have any.
Not
boots.
even Tim's?
None. Like if it's 17 feet of snow outside, I'm gonna have on like some gym shoes or some casual shoes, whatever. I don't have any boots. I'm not saying that's smart. I'm just saying I don't like boots. They heavy. I've had one pair of Timbs in my life. The wheat ones that had the white around the bottom and the white around the top. I like those.
Yeah, those were gay. Those are definitely
Fucking
gay. Those are definitely gay.
They're gay?
Yes.
They're not ugly. They're
Those
gay.
like one ring above lugs. Yeah, they were gay.
I guess that also makes them one ring above Uggs, huh? Jesus
That
Christ.
was like the first step before Uggs. You're right.
Nigga, you gay. I hate y'all. I did used to have ACGs. I used to rock ACG boots. I like those. But I never really liked them. They were just too heavy for me, man. What my thing? Next year, I vowed that I'm going to be an adult, and I'll have boots for the snow, or I'll get maybe I might even get some rain boots or something, because I'll be ill prepared for the weather. I just don't like the stuff. I don't do it. Get
I got a lot of shoes. Man.
Some Birdman lugs or something.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
No.
I would never, sir.
Please don't do that.
I would never, sir. Or the single sole Timbs.
Yeah,
Do you
please
wear
don't do that.
K-Swiss though?
Not
What?
since the 80s.
Okay, I was just asking.
But I would rock a pair of plain white K-Swiss, though.
Today?
With the right kind of fit on
Fuck,
it.
No.
and I'm gay.
Ah, ding dong.
K-Swiss?
Case, yes. Ding
Gay
dong.
as
Swiss
hell. I've
is
never
like a-
owned a pair of gay
K-Swiss
of
is
gay
like
Swiss.
a-
What are you talking
it's
about?
like a Chicago staple. What
No,
are
the
you
fuck
talking
it's
about?
not.
Yes, Chicago.
Are you
It is a
crazy?
No, yes.
For women?
No,
Every girl I've
for
known had
everybody.
K-Swiss.
K-Swiss was. Let me tell you what K-Swiss
K-Swiss was the first ones.
No, they weren't. Those Reeboks. Remember the Reebok had the card?
The
They was before the Reebok.
They were. But K-Swiss, the K-Swiss to me were like when you really couldn't afford a pair of good gym shoes, you could always, you could wear K-Swiss
See
and
how
not
his
get
capitalist
clowned.
mind works.
But you
When
couldn't get clowned for 'em.
When you couldn't afford a pair of good gym shoes. How come they couldn't just be fresh with the fit?
Because they wasn't fresh. Because they had the biscuit toe, that the second, they had 4 stripes on them.
One's got the biggest biscuit toe in the history of gym
I'm
shoes.
just telling you, when you get them K-Swiss and they get that bump in the front though, right? Where everybody got the K. Nah, dog. K-Swiss was whack.
So that's how I feel about ones now that I'm an older dude. I bought my whole family pair of ones. We went somewhere. I think I wore them things once. I hate ones. Now.
Ones?
I
It's
hate
that-
them.
Once
I
they
like ones,
great,
man.
except till you get the fold in it.
Yeah, they
I don't
Once
even
you
like
get the
them
fold-
brand new no more. They heavy.
Oh,
they
fresh
bulky,
out the
they
box?
Big. I don't like them no more.
Oh, you can't. Fresh out the box.
I never buy another pair in my life.
Fresh pair of white ones right out the box. Rolling with those.
Oh
too
no,
bulky,
not
man.
now though. I
They
feel
too
like that's.
bulky now.
I kind of feel that way too. Like I feel like actually the ones now to me are more like I'm not fucking with them.
No, I still rock ones for sure, but you can only wear them like once, maybe twice, and then it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Once you get the fold,
As soon
or
as it
you
crease
get,
or it gets scuffed, it's just like they used to be $75 though. I think now they're like $100 or something. But when they were $75, you go in there,
Look,
$150, give me
y'all-
2 pair,
y'all
or
knew.
you haggle a little bit, give me 2 for give me 2 for $130, $135. All right, cool. You got your 2 pair. Then Nelly dropped the song.
Y'all knew though.
But I had already been
remember
doing
you
that.
could only get ones on 63rd and Halsted.
Really?
You couldn't buy them nowhere else in the city of Chicago. Only on 63rd and Halsted.
I used to get them from
And
the
only
Foot Locker
people
on
who was
71st
rocking
and
them
Jeffrey.
was people from 95th and people from Hyde Park. Nobody else in the city would rock them.
I used to get mine from the Foot Locker on 71st and Jeffrey all the time. Go in there, grab 2, and I'm out. Listen,
I used to get mine from the streets of Bolingbrook.
fuck out of here. Used to have to fake them with the thick ass
I
sole and
had
shit.
pro wings. I ain't gonna lie. I had pro wings, and it was like I used to fake like they was Reebok Classics for the first day. Like when you had some pants, because you could put the pants on and cover them up. But then once you had to wear them in gym class, them bad boys, Pro Wings, dog.
I had Pro Wings. I had Kangaroos. I had all that. My old man wasn't going.
Kangaroos was don't trip though. Kangaroos was actually a name brand shoe at the time. That was
so it's Pro Wings, the name brand. Everybody knows it.
Man,
It's true.
No, Kangaroos. Like,
Walter Payton had a kangaroo deal, but it was one of them like Steph Curry deals. I mean, not Steph Curry.
That works.
What's my man who went to China?
Stephon Marbury.
Stephon Marbury deals when he had the superstar shoe. What was it called?
The Starberries.
The Starberry. That's what kangaroos were.
So Kangaroos, they started out. Kangaroos for us started out like real, and then like maybe about a year later, it was like because I think they was the first Velcro shoe too.
I remember I had some kangaroos you could put money, had a pocket on it,
that's
so you
the
could
whole
put money
point.
in it.
That was when they was, but we was kids, so it was cool for like a week, and then it was like, you lame, get your money out your fucking shit.
Yeah, but that's what my father taught me, the value of going out and get your own money.
Well, that's how I learned. That's why I get a job, because if Kmart didn't sell it, I wasn't rocking it.
What we gonna do? We're gonna get into this in this K-Swiss thing. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, you wrong with the case this time.
I'm concerned about you on that.
That's a Chicago staple. That was classic.
My Timbs are gay with white bottoms, but you wear K-Swiss.
If you go to the house picnic, 90% of the people who are at the house picnic have owned a pair of K-Swiss.
Yeah, because 90% of the women, 90% of the people at the house picnic are women. That's why.
Ding, ding. No, I'm gonna tell you, I seen a lot of dudes in Chicago wear K-Swiss, but it was like they were insecure.
Maybe I just missed the era. I'm sorry.
No, they was just insecure.
Yeah, you missed the era.
I'll defer to y'all by 10 years, but if you had some after I knew about them, you're homosexual. We're gonna take a break. when we come back, we're gonna have more conversations about some shoes and some other things. As I say what I said, Herman 2 till 6. We'll be right back.
WIFTBPN.
Yeah, we're down with it. So I am God tapping in one time for the one time. I am getting ahead without devolving. And I want to let y'all know that this coming Friday, April 2nd, I will be in the building on the What's In It for the Black People Media Network on Facebook, live with the homies, T-Tom, Gino, Eugene McIntosh, Terrence Tomlin, the Bigs, you know what I'm talking about, live on the soil. We're going to be debuting and premiering my upcoming project, The Eternal Reflection, with the homie Custom Made. Y'all ain't going to want to miss this. 1 to 3 p.m. Make sure y'all tapping in. We gonna be on the soil with the Bigs, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out the homie Gino, Eugene McIntosh. Shout out Terrence Tomlin. Shout out to What's In It for the Black People Media Network, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure you there. Yeah, I am God.
Everybody's talking about the all-new Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish. Place your order today for a delicious meal. The chicken and fish are fried to perfection, featuring a wide variety of catfish, perch, tilapia, whiting, and shrimp. Now it's your turn to see what everybody's talking about. It's the all-new Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish, Chicago's newest spot for delicious meals. Stop by at 2537 South Wabash in the South Loop, or get contactless delivery from DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Postmates. For more info, call 773-807-9010. 773-807-9010. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish is open just in time for lunch, or take it to the house for a delicious dinner. It's Chicago's new spot for perfectly fried chicken and fish. Don't wait any longer. Try it today. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish, 2537 South Wabash in the South Loop. Sam Silk's Chicken and Fish.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. And that you got my love, now you wanna put me down. And that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby?
are back and live from inside the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Toussaint Werner. My name is Howard Power. This is I Said What I Said. Hope you wonderful people are feeling as wonderful as you are on this here Wednesday afternoon. Wherever you should find yourself, we certainly hope that you are doing well. Thank y'all so very, very much for tuning in, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you may be tuned in from. We appreciate you. Thank you so very, very much for choosing to be a part of the conversation. Please share it, though. Don't be so stingy with us. We don't be so stingy. Share the conversation. Anyhow, man, we started off finding out some things about two that we didn't necessarily want to know, but you know,
right after you shared, you had the white Timbs with the white sole and the white tops.
Yeah.
I knew you was the reason you stayed over there by Jeffrey. I knew.
Over there by the pub.
Over there by the pub. It's only one thing to come up that area.
Only thing. It ain't K-Swiss, I can tell you that. You can walk up and down 71st Street, you won't find a pair of K-Swiss larger than a size 7.
Hey, what's that movie? I forget. It's a army movie, and dude was like, "Ain't nothing, don't nothing come out of Texas but steers and queers. Boy, don't see no horns on you."
Hey, that's funny. I like that. Hey, I'm a person. And I probably shared this with y'all before, but I have a philosophy that funny trumps offensive, right? And so, like, as long as it's funny, it could be offensive to me. Like, oh, no, that's hilarious though. Like a white person come up to me and tell me a whole like black joke.
See, yeah, that's where the line gets drawn.
Not a nigga joke, but a black joke.
That's where the line gets drawn.
And if it's funny, I won't beat your ass. But if it's not funny,
trumps offensive with people I like.
Only you'll be ready to fight somebody you like about a joke anyhow. Huh. Toussaint laughed with his eyes. He be like, yeah, fair. And so somebody had a joke, and he was doing a stand-up comedy, so I don't remember who it was. It might be like Comic View or some shit. He told a joke, and somebody in the audience was like, now that's funny. And he was like, wait a minute. So you're just gonna announce your laughter? Like instead of actually laughing, you're just gonna say that's funny?
That's funny.
He's like, so if you be driving your car, somebody cut you off, you just stick your head out the window like, horn. I was like, this mom stupid as hell. Today is first of all, let me say this. I am much more of a birth date person than a death date person. However, today is I don't even like to say anniversary. Anniversary is a good word. But anyway, it's the anniversary of Nipsey Hussle's untimely and tragic death.
Rest in peace, neighborhood Nip.
I forgot. I should have had on Chucks today. I was tweaking, G.
I got some blue Chucks I was gonna wear, but
I should have wore Chucks today.
I only like wearing Chucks when I got on shorts. I can't wear pants and Chucks. That's really
shout out to neighborhood Nip, man. You and I are both huge fans of Nip. The dude is just so fucking dope, dog. Like so dope. Not only his music, but just everything he stood for. Like he was the genuine article, real street nigga, really grew up South Central, really gang bang, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, vouching for none of that. But he was really from it, and then he elevated to a place where not like I want to get here and go away from it. And then people who are of that ilk will say, see, that's why the fuck you should have, and that's your stance. Cool.
An Eritrean with the full Black American experience.
What happened?
I said an Eritrean.
You been talking to...
I sure was about to ask. Cause
you been talking to Salim?
Black American experience.
I was just about to ask you, because I was like, ain't he Arab or something? He don't look like...
African.
Okay.
Ermias Ascadon is his name.
Right. That's what I was like. When I looked at that, I was like,
Eritrean.
He look a little curly.
Yeah.
A little
his
you know we come in all shapes and colors.
The
original man creates every
the
other
diaspora
man.
His father's from over there, and they did go back there and spend time there, but he grew up in South Central and had the South Central experience fully. His parents lived on, I want to say like
59th and 5th.
His grandma lived on 59th and 5th Ave, and then his parents lived a couple blocks from there. When I was in LA recently, I literally pulled up to his grandma block and just hung out there for a little while and just chopped it up with some, I don't know, OG Crip niggas. And they was cool. They showed a lot of love. It was cool. Some dude went through his whole history about being from Chicago, and his mama grew up in Chicago. And I used to be on this block and that block, man. And I probably hung out there for, I don't know, half hour or so, just chopping it up with them. And, they ran through the history or whatever. Like, that's his grandmama's house right there, and this, that, and the third. And It was cool. Anyhow,
Did you give them a tip?
for what?
Well, get their hustle on. Like y'all came to the land, you know what I'm saying? Help the brothers eat. You know what I'm saying? Make contribution to the
Fuck no. Like I don't check in
tour
where I
guide.
go
You
nowhere.
know what I'm saying? Like a tour guide. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't ask for no tour guide. I just I knew where I was going, and that's where I went. I pulled up exactly to that block. They just happened to be standing out there. There was a whole bunch of them. And, I just walked past. And as I knew they would, they engaged me. Just because I was an outsider. And they knew it, and that's cool. But they also knew that, this ain't a clown-ass nigga. Like, real nigga energy translates everywhere you go. And so they understood it just the same as I understood it. And we just chopped it up. And like, where you from? Like, from Chicago. I'm just touching down, want to show love and shit. So I just pulled up, and, they was out there. So we just chopped it up, I don't know, half hour or so.
you get reparations.
Huh?
No.
Man, I don't get shook down.
See,
fam.
no, I'm not you.
Oh,
What you talking-
I thought you
no.
said that I get. I'm like,
I
wait,
said,
what
does
happened?
does he get does Nipsey get reparations?
No.
Well, it depends.
Well, I
right?
think his mom. I
Angelique
think his mom.
Native
is, though.
American, Native Black.
Because his
I'm
mom.
gonna tell you the most
his
I
mom
know
is
about
ADOS,
him
right?
is really listening to y'all. Like, honestly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. His daddy is for sure like, but you can see it all in his
Obama-ish.
daddy face.
He like Obama-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
his-
mom's name is Angelique Smith, so I'm assuming she's from
Yeah.
the crib.
Yeah, she from here. His daddy's from over there, and it just is what it is on that. But either way, him and his brother, him and his brother, Black Sam, you can see it in their face that they got that in them or whatever. But either way, their experience was genuine. It was sincere. They hustled in front of the store that they ended up buying. His brother got locked up in front of that store. Anyhow, man, Nip was dope, man. Nip was a person. Very few people are genuinely positioned to be able to make change on a large scale. And because he was a genuine article, and because he came from what he came from, he was able to make certain connections. And because his connection to people like YG, who is also a genuine article blood. I don't really like YG. He moved kind of weird to me, but whatever. He is of that ilk. And because of their connection, they was making real strides in terms of like quelling some of that Crip blood beef shit. And you'll never be able to convince me that didn't have anything to do with his death. Whatever. I know who pulled the trigger. I get that piece. But I also know that dude had just got out of jail, and I don't know what the fuck orders he came out of jail with. Anyway, that being said, man, rest in peace to Nip, man. Rest in peace to young Nipsey, the great neighborhood, Aramis, God will rise. Fuck with the homie, man, for real.
So, I don't know, right? I rock with it too, but we was talking the other day about intentions and Tamika Mallory and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how the road of good intentions can sometimes lead you astray, right? And I rock with Nick's movement, and I think his movement has been commercialized since his death for sure. Because when he was alive, people wasn't rocking with him like that. Let's keep it a buck. I saw
that's real.
I saw Nip at Reggie's, and I think it was 10 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Matter of fact, when Nip died, Gino called me immediately like, man, G, because he knew I rock with Nip. It wasn't that many folks in our circle that was like, ooh, Nip, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So
I literally didn't know him until after he died, honestly.
yeah. I was trying to put people in the circle on. Like, man, y'all need to rock Shorty different, G. I like Shorty.
he was different, G. Tupac of my generation.
And I think that's a good analogy, Tupac of the generation, right? So I think Tupac gets credited as being one of the greatest rappers, and I don't think he can really rap all that good. I think Pac just had a certain kind of energy that captivated the spirits of black people. And I think Nip kind of possessed that spirit. Nip was not the greatest lyricist in the world, but he had that energy, and I just rock with the energy. You know what I mean? But to the point you was making about his death and all that, about, dude who pulled the trigger. I don't know, man. I think that's part of this experience, right? I think, the rose that grew from the concrete, that's a struggle, bro. Like, until you fully understand white supremacy, everything else you think you understand will only confuse you.
Mm-hmm.
You right? So what do we put value in? So the cats who grew up with him, did they put value in his growth? Did they put value in seeing him, moving?
Or did they hate on it?
Not just his growth, but it was a different kind of growth too.
It was a different energy. It was mental.
It wasn't a growth from afar. Like, look at all this that my money that I'm doing. I'm really in the neighborhood where I came from.
It's in your face, right?
So now it's a different thing. I mean, when I graduated college, this true shit. And I say that all the time just because it's habit. I heard somebody say today, it's habit.
I be messing with you.
When I graduated from college, man, I was at one of my homies' cribs, and I was just peeping how his mama was praising me for graduating college, and in kind of a way shitting on him for not graduating college. You know what I mean? She wasn't necessarily directly saying that, but just in her praise and worship of me graduating college, it was like kind of shitting on him and the advancements that he made in his life. Mm-hmm. And I always wondered, like, did he feel some kind of way about that? Because I felt some kind of way about it. Like, man, this shit ain't all that serious. You know what I mean? This is the white man standard. This shit don't mean nothing to me.
Matters not.
You know what I mean? But it means so much to us. So being in the midst of that, where you're from, like they say, a prophet is in the Bible, they say a prophet is never respected in his hometown. Mm-hmm. So here he is bringing all this growth to the community in which he came from, where it's legitimately people who know him from, the zero from the cradle to the grave. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the relationships are authentic.
Yeah, it's a special kind of jealousy that people have for you when they were right there with you. Because I think it's something in them that's like, well, why the fuck him and not me? Cause he did it and you didn't, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was in the same place. Y'all from the same hood, sat in the same classrooms, wore the same beat up ass clothes, whatever. And now he see him at this point, and for whatever reason, instead of you finding that to be something to be proud of and applaud over, you find that as a reason to hate and be jealous about. And that says a lot more about you than it says about Nip.
Maybe, but it also says a lot about the energy of us, right? Mm-hmm. It also says a lot about the energy of self-hate. It says a lot about a lot of stuff, right? Because that energy wasn't just emanating from him.
I agree with you.
It was probably emanating from everybody around him. And, why you ain't Nip, or, why you ain't on, why you can't hang with homie, or why you ain't.
And that sets in on you, and, everybody, you're right.
Right, and then there's
fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And we kind of make Nip's movement larger than it really was.
Agreed.
Right, like if you've been to the little strip mall of LA, it's not like a big deal.
Nah,
you know what I mean. It's like the Cornerstone 47 where we.
It's in the hood.
It's that little strip mall.
As soon as you pull up, I don't care where you are, Chicago, LA, pick a city. When you get to the hood,
it's
you
one
know
of them.
You're in the hood.
Yeah, it's one of them. You know
like it looked as soon as you cross a street and you be like, oh, we're in the hood now. I don't give a fuck where you are. Like you can see it. It look a certain way, and it's one of those stores for sure.
Yeah, and there's it was a big feat for them to kind of buy the whole demo. Mm-hmm. Even Black Sam was talking about it at the funeral. And again, consciously we think about money from a materialistic standpoint. Like we look at things and equate that to how much money somebody has. Mm-hmm. So you see the videos and the big jewelry, and it's like he owned.
Right. Nah, he's trying.
He wasn't on.
He's scratching the surface.
He wasn't on, right?
Right.
And even in the when he passed, Black Sam was like, "Man, we finally got it." So that was something that probably transitioned after he passed. The transaction probably came through after he passed.
It's another one of those.
And I would argue, if you're looking at it from the outside looking in, that wasn't even. LA is LA, so it might have been different in LA. But just giving context for it being LA. $1.5 million purchase or something like for that whole swath of land. Right, we got houses on Oakwood right now for 1.5. Like we don't think of it like that.
Yeah, I mean, even like in his music, right? And I think it was another one of those prophetic albums, right? When you talk about Victory Lap, right? And Victory Lap, absolute classic album to me. And this is pre-death. I thought this album was fucking classic, right? The first time that I produced a live show on my own, like that Hustle and Motivate was the theme song of the thing. Like, so that was on all the little video flyers and shit like that. Like, cause like that song like just pushed me for like a whole year. Like it was just, I don't know, but the whole album is like that. But anyway, it was one of those prophetic albums, and he called it Victory Lap. And it's like, okay, I did all this fucking work. Now finally I won, right? Finally we here now, right? And let us take this victory lap. And the marathon continues though. And I thought it was just like, man, how prophetic, right? To be like, okay, I made it. I fucking won. And then get killed and then die. Like, it's like, man, it's like ready to die from Big. You know what I'm saying? it's just another one of those things where it's like, damn, like another one of these prophetic type deals. But even if you listen to a lot of the lyrics on Victory Lap, it's not like, yo, we here. It's like, okay, we finally got at the table now, right? He was like, he say stuff like, I got these sharks that I'm sitting at the table with afraid to bait me. Then he say stuff like, Lambos and Ferraris, that's what's next. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like we got them already, but that's the next thing. And I know where we at now. But it also built the incubator, the art space and all that for people to come in and do it. It wasn't just the store. It was the art space that he was really trying to pour into to allow other people to start their businesses up like that. And so, I don't know, man. Vector 290 is what it was called. Vector 90. I'm sorry, I'm talking about 290. Like, I'm from the West Side. Vector 90 is what the incubator space was called to help people with their small businesses, get them started, take them from A to Z in terms of getting their businesses off the ground. And I don't know, man. He was fire, man. And so now it wasn't this huge global movement like it became after he died. But for me, it's always about how you move and not so much how many people pay attention.
And that's what I was just about to say, though, right? His real movement was about love, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it was about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a representation of something that we don't often see.
Mm-hmm.
Someone striving to, or reaching, let's say reaching, touching the levels of celebrity that we equate with superstardom. And even with touching those levels of superstardom, he's still on the block. Like, he embraced the neighborhood in a different kind of way. In a way that most, most people from our communities that make it per se in regards to like capital, their first move was to get the fuck away from that, right? And in a lot of ways, like that became a topic of conversation when he passed away. Like, see, you can't be in the hood. See, you can't be. I was listening to someone on the way up here, and it was a conversation with what's this boy's name? Maze, what's the marketing guy out of DC, light-skinned dude. He's a known dude. You would Kenny Burns. Yeah, okay. Kenny Burns. Yeah. So Kenny Burns was doing some kind of topic of conversation on Instagram, and they was talking about the ills in our community as him and four other people who I don't recognize. And they kept saying, in our generation, like our generation was like the gold stamp or some shit. Like, we was the generation to model our shit after. You know what I mean? Like, in our generation. And it's that level of confusion that keeps permeating, that keeps us in this kind of retarded state of being, right? There's never been a black generation on American soil that lived progressively, if we being honest.
Baby boomers got to a little bit of bread. But
when you say progressively, help me understand.
Well, we've always. You're right.
I just want to make sure
we've always lived progressively, right? But we've never been in control of our destinies in America, not once.
I would tell you too that I'm guessing, and this is just me guessing.
I'm not even sure that you used the wrong word.
No. I think that the conversation. If I'm looking at Kenny Burns, I'm probably thinking of Kenny Burns envisioning himself in that same Howard, Puffy,
I
Jay.
know who Kenny Burns is. I know.
I think, and I would tell you probably until I started doing this on a regular basis, that I would tell you that the Black Renaissance, economically, the second Black Renaissance, probably came during the golden era of hip hop, when I thought that we saw a lot of people in what he would call our generation try and make that jump from, there was the whole entrepreneur, be your own leader. I didn't graduate from high school.
I get it.
Or I did. Yeah. So
and 1% of us make $100,000.
That still blows me.
Right.
Unbelievable.
I was at All Star one time, and I was with somebody. Well, you don't know him, but me and Maze know him, and I'm not gonna say his name. But we got into an altercation with Kenny Burns over some ego shit and who got some money. It was really some stupid shit. You know what I mean? And I'm just there with my man. I just ain't gonna let my man take an L. That's all that was.
Came together, we riding together.
But I only bring that up though because they're having this conversation about, this idea of what's wrong with our people. You know what I mean? And shit, it's thousands of people tuned in because it's Kenny fucking Burns, right? And the sheer fact of him being Kenny fucking Burns in the minds of our people makes him a fucking authority figure. Like, he fucking knows.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And he don't fucking know. So all he's talking about is black capitalism. Man, so if we just talk to the shorties, they can grow up and they can get some money like I got money. We need money. We can get money. We can get money. Once we get money, you're just going to be a bunch of rich, confused niggas.
Right.
There's no identity attached to blackness. So going back to the nip shit.
And a fool and his money will soon be parted. Right?
Or whatever. It's too much value placed in bullshit. I.e., I can't remember the dude's name who killed Nip. You know, but all that jealousy is over an assumption of what Nip has achieved. And in context to the totality of what money looks like in the world, Nip ain't achieved shit. Right? But in the community of so much poverty, every mother there, I'm sure, every grandmother there, I'm sure, every woman that lives there, I'm sure, is looking at him as the beacon of hope. He's the gold standard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So any man less than that, and I'm not validating this bullshit. Sure. You know what I mean? I'm not validating it, no stretch of the imagination.
Just understanding and explaining it.
It's all part of the sickness. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, man, fuck that nigga. It's like the fight for 15. You got motherfuckers arguing that they shouldn't make $15 because now they're going to make what I make instead of saying, I need to get more money.
Right.
It's some sick shit.
It is.
It's sick.
It is.
Right?
It is.
And it's perpetual.
It is. It continues to go on and on like that because, as you say, numbers are infinite. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't even realize how bottom caste you are, then yeah, you fight over the bullshit. I ain't fighting you about this fucking crumb. Can we go get a loaf? Like, let's go get the whole fucking loaf. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't have to fight about shit. You can get as many slices as you want then. I'm not finna fight with you about crumbs, bro. I love you too much for that shit. Salim asked a question about where you would put Nip on your list in terms of rating them with other, specifically West Coast rappers. I'm curious to know what you think about that. We'll have that conversation on the other side of the break. This is I Said What I Said till 6. We'll be right back.
WIFTPM. My fellow Robinites, April 6, 2021, we, the community campaign, need your support to bring the change Robbins deserves. I'm Darren E. Bryant, candidate for mayor for the Village of Robbins. Punch number 2. We have new chapters to write, Robbins.
Hello, Robbins. I am Sharon Snotty Dyson, candidate for clerk for the Village of Robbins. Punch number 5 for an accessible Robbins.
Greetings, Robbins. I am Gregory N. Jackson, candidate for trustee for the Village of Robbins. Punch number 10 for an honest Robbins.
Grace and peace, Robbins. I am Kaisha Terry Hill, candidate for trustee for the Village of Robbins. Punch 11 for a fruitful Robbins.
April 6th, vote for the community campaign for a better and brighter Robbins.
All day. Check it out. See, while you was on the corner trying to scrape up pack money, I was driving 80 stack trucks off rap money. I'm back money. If you want it, come to the hundreds and ask for me. Meet them OGs that are blast for me. I'm right here. Ill Adidas, $400 jeans on me. Itchy with no safety, a loaded magazine on me. Southside, that's as wild as it gets. And no, I never sold crack. That's some house nigga shit. I'm not judging, but every man that's a man gotta stand by his principles, and I'm not budging. That's Mickey. You can take it how you want, but you can never be me. You can fake it how you want. I spit that uncut raw. You can bake it how you want. Break it down any way you like, you get the same result. Get in tune. The elephant in the room has now assumed pole position. Whoa. Oh. BJ, get him. Come on.
Reporting live from the gutter where that butter get gorillas jobs. That's why we call it work. The same work will get a nigga robbed. I throw my dice against the concrete. If the bitches pass, see you later. Grab my paper, tell a fade and kiss my ass. This the jungle, baby, I'm a lion. Try me, I'll be firing. The same banger saved Private Brian. You the prey, you survive and hide. Better pray that them vultures and them rovers don't go flying by them. Them other niggas just so-so. How Linda birth a nigga this hot in the cold go? I went from 20-inch assassins on that Osmo to that pretty 760 sitting low on them bozos. Those are big shoes, you motherfuckers is so slow. Get caught without your heat in these streets is a no-no. Baby need Pampers, daddy need that photo. It's bread or nothing, big old niggas, you see the logo.
happening, family? What is happening, family? We are back and we are live from inside the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. My name is Howard alongside Toussaint Werner in the production studio doing whatever he's doing in there. It's Maze Jackson, man. We appreciate you sticking in, hanging out with us. Hey, Maze, tell the truth. This has been the best 2 weeks of your life.
No, dog.
Tell the truth.
Let me tell you.
Tell the truth. Your honeymoon wasn't as great.
He got an ears whiz tattoo.
Yeah, tell the truth.
I got an ears whiz tattoo my ass. I'll be like, good God, man. What time is it? 6 o'clock yet? Is it 6 o'clock yet? I'll be like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you. I have enjoyed our conversations, and it has forced me to focus on listening to you. And I do actually enjoy our conversations, and I enjoy the interaction. Nah, man. So I do have a good time. It's I just got a long freaking day.
Be like
God
that.
Damn it, I'm ready to go home.
Welcome to Sonya's world, man.
Yes, I got you.
Shout out to Sonya too, man. Happy birthday, Esco.
Happy B-Day, Esco. Aries gang in the building. We definitely miss you, Esco. Happy birthday, love. Hope you are enjoying it. Hope you and your family are sticking close to each other during what has had to be a challenging time for you all. But I hope you all are finding reasons to celebrate as well. Your birthday, Easter, all that.
And shout out to Tamiko Hope. Happy birthday yesterday.
Miko was birthday yesterday? Yeah. I ain't know Miko's birthday was yesterday. Miko, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. She all the way down in Atlanta on her way back, but we gonna get I think she's gonna do something for her party. So I'm sure
we gotta do that. I gotta hit up, tell her happy birthday, find out what the celebration is, man. Miko is good peeps, man.
My family.
Indeed, man. Let's go, Miko. Aries gang, man. It's always Aries season for real, but you know. We go extra hard during this here month, right? Late March through mid-April or whatever.
So I told you, man, you and my sister shared a birthday, so I ain't gonna shit on you because it was my sister's birthday.
Yeah,
other than that,
special people, G. It's real.
It's special, all right.
It's real special, dog. This Aries shit is different, dog. It's not.
It is.
We ain't like the rest of y'all, fam.
I agree.
We are different.
You on your own. I agree.
Absolutely. We is unique. We is kind. We is smart. We is important. Happy birthday to all the Aries out there, man. Today is also my nephew / best friend, Justin, Boogie's birthday. He turned 3. He is walking around thinking he is Spider-Man like a motherfucker today, okay? Except he got on Spider-Man, and it's like, I guess it's like an Iron Spider-Man thing, Iron Man / Spider-Man thing. So he's like, no, I'm Iron Spider. But first of all, he thinks we best friends, and it's just... You know, but
when I was about that age, I jumped off the second floor.
I was about to say you jumped off the porch.
2-story building with some Superman draws on.
In the sheet.
Some Superman draws, Superman t-shirt. Bust my damn head wide open. I think I had like 35 stitches or something like that.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it happened, man. I thought I was flying.
Push back on this concrete a little bit.
You know what I mean? Watch how cold I am. You know what I'm saying? I can fly too.
I'm God. Fuck.
I am God. Always knew.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. It's my nephew's birthday, man. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to Sonya. Who else's birthday y'all just told me it was? Happy birthday to Miko. For sure. All the Aries, man. Gang shit in the building. Nipsey, Hustle, West Side, rappers. Where you got them? In relationship to people like, let's stay in today, right? Or I don't know.
I can't do
past
that.
quarter century.
I'm not a
Let's
super
go all the way
big,
back. Forget it.
I've never really been a super big fan of West Coast hip hop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they vibe is not really
West Coast
my vibe.
Rap. It's not West Coast hip hop.
It's
Unless you
hip-hop.
talk about Dell, Funky Homo Sapien, and
Well,
joints
in
like
that vein, you're right. We
Right.
got that. That's respectable.
Okay,
right?
so
because I will say this: Souls of Mischief has one of the top 2 greatest hip hop albums ever made.
I still got to go back and listen to that. I mean, I love the one Souls of Mischief song, but the
Souls of
album,
Mischief, 93 to Infinity, and in my opinion, again, Reasonable Doubt is the 2 greatest hip hop albums ever made.
Really?
Full out, all the way through.
Yeah.
Souls of Mischief, 93 to Infinity,
Really?
and Reasonable Doubt. There's not one whack song on both of them records, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm not hip to 93 to Infinity. I'm not gonna act like I am. I got like 1 or 2 songs deep on that. I'm not hip.
And you probably couldn't relate to it if you wasn't in the era, right? You wouldn't appreciate it the same way.
Yeah, I think it was
because it's gonna sound super.
I think it's
dated at
Chris
this point.
Rock who says like pretty much whatever music was playing when you start fucking, that's the music you're gonna be beholden to forever. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of vibe. I think it was Chris Rock said that in one of his jokes. But that's pretty much true, right? take the sex out of it. It's about when you become of age, right?
So dates times in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah.
But for me, Reasonable Doubt and Souls of Mystery 93 to Infinity was two of the best albums ever made in hip hop.
But
as far as
I'll take Blueprint and Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, I don't like neither of them joints. Not that I don't like them, but they don't. In my mind, they don't like resonate as
Shout out to Blueprint.
Those artists' best albums. You think Blueprint is better than Reasonable Doubt?
No, I can't.
And I love Reasonable Doubt.
So
and I'm real hip to it. I know all the songs.
I can't say that. I have a special affinity for Blueprint because I made the album liner notes. So, but
it's always about Mace.
All about Mace.
It's always about Mace.
But put you on game, though. I remember Reasonable Doubt came out. I was treating Jay like I was treating Nip. Nobody knew who Jay was.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, people didn't get on Reasonable Doubt till they re-released it.
Yeah, no, and Jay says it all the time, and he be tight about it too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Didn't really appreciate it till the second one came out. So I stretched the name out extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
well, as far as West Coast hip hop, to Salim's question, for me, I don't even know if I got a top 5 West Coast. I'm gonna tell you this: Ice Cube was the dopest MC to ever come out the West Coast. Period.
I won't argue that.
Then I'm gonna put Kendrick somewhere in there. He's probably number 2 in all honesty.
I like Kendrick. You don't like Kendrick?
Nip is 3. And then it's like honorable mention for songs for me. It's not like a full out just like artistry. Like,
so I love those 3. Cube, K-Dot, Nip.
Like, you go through Cube's catalog. Cube.
Stupid.
I
mean, you gotta think Cube until then it was like that point when he went to movies. Because I mean, you think about the very first remember when Cube left
Cube is the rap version of Eddie Murphy.
America
Yeah.
That bad boy
is stupid.
Man, that fucking look, man, what's the
he went
lived
hard.
in the house, the nursery right? Just
he went crazy.
Project.
Once upon a time
in the projects, yo.
Cube's that catalog is hard, baby.
And he got everything you want, right? In turn, he all over the map. Number 1 singles, we got those hardcore street shit. We got those you know what I'm saying? We deep
I ain't gonna lie though, my favorite West Coast record of all time.
Who? What?
Colors.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of the jungle, just a gangster walking, living life like a firecracker, quick as a fuse. Vendettas are dead, as the colors I choose. Red or black, cause I'm bloods, it just don't. Man, that shit was up.
I used to love that song, G.
He used to pimp walk to school in
The
Bolingbrook.
streets of Bolingbrook, dog.
I met Ice-T and Darlene on 103rd and Calumet. And Darlene was like the first video vixen.
Yes,
Really?
Lord have mercy.
I
Remember
had
that?
the post. I had a picture with her. She signed the whole joint.
Ice-T was that
Power
dude,
joint.
Jack.
I was like, he cold. He cold.
I can dig it. I would go Q, and I don't even have an order for this for real. Because if I had to pick, I don't like to do best when I'm talking about art.
They just brought up Snoop.
Yes, you got to get Snoop in there.
I was a fan of Snoop's first album, but after that, I was like, yeah.
That's how I feel about like 50. First album was cold. Nothing after that impressed me. That's how I feel about Ye. First album was
That's
cold.
why I said, like,
Nothing after that
I
impressed
could
me.
pick songs after that. Like, the Dog Pound album, dope. The Chronics is dope, but just as an artist, like, I don't know. I'm not gravitating to them guys.
Corrupt was underrated.
Yeah, they got people put up numbers and stuff like that. Then you got like cult followings, like like E40 and them, like people who like E40.
I tell you that about
love E40.
I tell you about that
nobody
about
else
the
even likes
OG,
it.
like one of the early times I was in LA, like when I was a young cat.
Nah, 40 calling it for real at a
didn't
point.
really cross the waters, like you wouldn't have heard 40 coming from the Midwest. I remember I was in the Beijing and 40 lived next door to Gary Page, and I'm like, wait, he's a rapper, and I ain't never heard of him. He getting this kind of money,
right?
Like the man lived legitimately next door to Gary Page,
right?
I'm like, wait, how is he getting this much money?
GP is from it's Bay Area too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but that blew my mind.
Yeah.
So I do like the way they support their local artists though.
Give me in no particular order, because again, when I'm talking about art, not any form of art.
Tequila said, "Get off, Ye. All his work is dope except for 808s."
That's caps.
That was dope. 808s was dope, Joe.
I seen Tequila the
Ye
other day.
is huff.
I wouldn't say that. I seen Tequila the other day. What's up, sis?
He's huff.
I don't like to say best when I'm talking about artists of any genre, of any medium, because it's
no such thing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say my favorite though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite is probably Nip, to be honest with you. But then, don't make that fucking face. You just say you didn't know him, like
exactly.
Right. That is my favorite.
Hey, I know nobody would agree with me. Like Common used to be my favorite, but Common then went all off on this.
Common was everybody from Chicago's favorite because he was literally on.
Nah, but he was really my favorite rapper for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But now,
Glory.
yeah, that's why I don't like him no more. I don't like him no.
That man, when I seen him show up on The View with his pants rolled up.
Once Erykah Badu got her hands on him.
Knit pants. You got here, Gino.
I was mad at that. I saluted
I
that.
know you want the same thing.
I was saluting.
But you ain't coming back the same.
Would you have worn the
For Erykah Badu? Oh, yeah.
He'd have had on his knitted pants, too.
I definitely wore some knitted pants. It'd have been on the bottom.
Yeah, you don't come back the same after you go down that hall.
And I'm okay with that trend. We're going to change up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's search it up.
Gotta make it work.
Give me Cube, Nip, Snoop, K. Dot, and I'll take Game, actually. I'll take Game. The documentary was fire. And in large part, because Dre was all over it. If you get an album full of Dre beats, that shit finna be hard as hell.
I
told
her when the mics was off, I just like Game because he really beats up these artists. I love that part of Game. Like, everybody will be talking tough. He go to your neighborhood and whoop your ass. I love that about Game.
Right.
You know, I like that part of it. But
stop what? Nicole, what I do?
Real talk, if I think I'm being super honest about who my favorite just MC is, like, and I'm a sucker for bars. I like lyrics.
Uh-huh.
I ain't gonna lie, and nobody ever agrees with this. But it's probably Joe Buttons.
Okay, Hov. But
right.
Joe Buttons
got bars.
You're right. Nobody agrees.
Right. He got like that.
No, Joe Budden do got bars. Joe Budden can write and he can spit. No doubt about it.
There was a time when people thought Joe Buttons was gonna be the next coming.
Nah, and
he literally during the Source era,
he was positioned properly.
Real bars. He was not positioned properly. So what I was just telling you,
his timing was bad.
They dropped his album the same day as Get Rich or Die Trying.
His timing was bad.
That album that he dropped was a classic album, but nobody ever heard it because 50 dropped the same day.
And then the hit single was not indicative of the
if
rapper
y'all
that he was.
Actually went through Joe's actual catalog. If you're a fan of bars,
he can spit, dog.
Gee, it's not too many people rocking with bars.
It's still packaged.
It's
just like the whole thing.
He can spit.
Bars though, it ain't too many people rocking with him. G.
He can spit. Salim is right there with you. He say Budden and J. Cole.
Yeah, I like Cole too.
Yeah, J. Cole is fire.
Hey,
right?
Gino got a message for you.
I saw that.
What'd he say?
Didn't respond.
What Gino said?
I saw it, Gino. I ain't got to say nothing.
He building
Cash Soul on Ice. That was a hot album too, though.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Y'all didn't like My Sweet Potato Pie. What's the dudes from? What was that? What group was that? That Domino was in.
Don't give me.
That was that West
Domino. I don't remember no group.
So though. I feel like he was with the Del the whole. What was Del the Homo Funk?
Del the Funky Homo Sapien, the Far Side.
What was that crew?
Mischief,
so that's the group. That's the crew. He was in that crew too.
Hieroglyphics.
There it is. Hieroglyphics. They was the West Coast hip hop.
I know. I'ma die slow. That's why you got Hieroglyphics was cold.
Don't give me the line. I don't know.
My Sweet Potato Pie.
I ain't hip to that at all.
Del started Hyro, but he was the worst one in it.
Actually, no, Domino was the worst one in it.
I think Domino had actual hit records.
He did have hit records, but he still. I mean, one of them was My Sweet Potato Pie.
Steve just said AMG. Look, check this out. Chicago's a huge market for AMG.
Ain't nothing like fat pussy on my dick. Wait, women will run to the floor for that ignorance.
That man, and I'm not saying this is
okay.
That man works at Walmart and
Detroit
and Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm.
AMG, and for the way his records get burned here in Chicago, like that's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like he should still have some chop because they still play his records.
I'm telling you right now, if you were to throw a party for anyone from from 40 up, you play Vertical Joyride, and they are running to the floor.
Yeah, he got about 4 records that bang in Chicago.
Okay. And wasn't he from? I thought he was from Detroit though.
I don't know. No, he's from the West Coast. I don't know where from.
I thought he was.
Maybe I don't know. But I know
you're right.
now.
He is from the West Coast. I was thinking of what's the other one? MC Breed.
Breed was cold too. He was from
Detroit.
Nah, he was from the other. It's Michigan, but it's the little
Flint.
Small. Flint. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
Yeah, I missed all that. That's a conversation for y'all.
That's because you missed hip hop, man.
That's true though. That is kind of true. That was like
that's how y'all feel. I don't feel that way.
It's
a generational thing. I see. Only this is the difference between my generation and y'all's generation.
Ours was the greatest. That's it.
Fine, right?
Thank you.
Y'all take y'all shit, and then everything else is trash.
It is.
Nobody else does that but y'all.
Nobody else.
It's whack as fuck that y'all do that.
I say you missed it in the sense of you missed the cultural aspect of it because it was bigger than music.
Bam.
You know what I mean? It was way bigger than music.
Oh, yeah.
And by the time you got here, it had been commercialized, or by the time you showed up to the party, it had been commercialized. Like, it was legitimately bigger than music. Like, you think, I just said the other day, I ain't no fan of house music. Like, if you was born in my era, G, hood dudes was running around the city with rayon shirts with polka dots on them, buttoned up to head. And they was the gangsters in the neighborhood. You understand?
I mean, Cam made street music and drove pink Rangers and wore pink furs.
No, there's a difference.
There's a whole difference.
There's a super
I'm
difference.
talking about folks be like dirty, bummy folks and they get dressed up and be like,
yeah, it was weird. It was real different. G.
Yeah.
It was very, very different, right? And then hip hop came through, but they didn't. We got GCI, and we didn't have Power at the time. So GCI didn't play hip hop either. So you had Pink House on there. You ever heard of Pink House?
oh damn.
So Pink House was at KKC, College Radio, right? And it was the only hip hop station in the city. Like, Pink House was a legitimate celebrity doing college radio, G.
Okay.
Like, he was
He
the
was-
man in town.
He was stretching Bobito.
For Chicago.
He was the stretching Bobito. Him and Iceman Stan was stretching Bobito.
You know who Stretching Bobito are?
Got nothing for y'all on
You
that
should
either.
watch that documentary. Have you seen that documentary? That you should, the Stretching Bobito show, because it was like when hip hop was born, and it was like they had this little college radio show, and everybody came because it was the only time you could hear the music. Remember when Ramonski had the rap down when GCI first let them put on hip hop music at the. Our music life was stunted, but when hip hop caught on here, dog, it was a lifestyle. Because you think about this, that was the Phil and Nate era, that was the Crew Sports era. When, like, dog, like that summertime video that you talk about that we see.
You said don't forget HPK. That's true too.
HPK and NUR, right? So it was HPK, NUR, and because the white kids had Northwestern, which was NUR, up in Evanston, because all the TSP mugs, and then you had Tony Sports, and it was like a whole. Why are you laughing?
Tequila said people be excluding women from the conversation. That's not really true. Roxanne Shante was dope if we talk about eras, but there's not that many in the conversation.
There weren't that many. I mean, I think we did we found the 5 female MCs.
But all the fire female MCs had to be from that era, right? You know what I'm saying?
Had Foxy Brown, Lil Kim.
No, I'm talking
That
about
wasn't that
before them.
era,
I'm talking
though.
about MC Light. I'm talking about Queen Latifah. Like, I'm talking about them. Like, they had to be that era, right?
Yeah, they were.
Light was the era. Light was raw.
Roughneck.
Okay, cool.
Light as a Rock. Right. I mean, MC Light was when one tape came out a month. When that Light as a Rock came out, like literally, that was the only thing you was getting for a month in hip hop. And like you would go to the record stores and look on the board, and they'd be like, it'd be one hip hop album released on a Tuesday.
But when I say it was a cultural thing, G, like I remember going to the Plaza or to Coops or to
when they
buy
still
records,
had music stores.
buying music, right?
Yeah.
But you had never heard none of this music.
That was
So
a
you
thing when I was a
legitimately
teenager.
in there buying this shit with the coolest album cover because you ain't never heard none of this shit.
Right.
So you gambling.
Right.
You shaking the dice. Sometimes
this
you
is
gonna get
trash.
some shit that's hard. Sometimes you go like, this is trash.
Right.
But you legitimately shaking the dice. But it just built the energy and the culture, man. It was dope. It was different for the city.
Now I can fuck with it. Now I understand the nostalgia, and I respect it and salute it. I respect and salute the origins of anything that I appreciate, right? So however it's evolved and grown into something else, I'm gonna always respect the origins of it. But something about hip hop purists,
Now Ruby,
they just shit on everything else, and it's like, is that fucking necessary? Like, because you like Big Daddy Kane, do Big gotta be a piece of shit? Like that it's just stupid to me, and nobody does that except y'all. It's weird as
I
hell.
didn't say that though. Big
I
Daddy
said
Kane
ain't
the
no
culture though. You missed the culture. It ain't even about the music. It's the culture that you miss, right? And I think that changes the context of how you even relate to the music because you missed out on the culture, right?
Yeah.
And it creates what we get.
But it depends on who you. It depends on what you into. So if you into, I don't know, if you into the goofy dancing, bopping around shit, if you into some Soulja Boy shit, that's cool. But if you listen to Styles and Kiss, like them still street niggas, like you can still pull up.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But that's exactly what I mean though. It's the culture. Hip hop, it wasn't street culture, right? So there's real shit based around how hip hop was defined and designed, right? And it was some cultural shit. It's really shit. If we being honest, if we really thinking about it,
the 4 pillars. Go ahead.
if we really being honest, it might have been
Breakdancing and shit.
the first implementation of American black culture in a cultural kind of context.
Sure.
Like we identify with music all the time.
The first
but this
thing
shit
we could own.
actual artistic elements attached to it to say this is the culture. Period.
And then like everything else, we sold it.
Eminem,
and then
baby.
it became some other shit.
Y'all running around here still telling Eminem the greatest MC ever.
He's top 5.
Jesus.
He's top 5. Whatever. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, and I don't care.
The youth. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
But either way, though, it was interesting, man. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? I was legitimately going around the city, writing my name on trains and shit. You know what I mean? I was doing all that stupid shit. You know, you had niggas carrying cardboard with them to break dance.
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a
different
thing.
Gino said if you was hip hop in the 90s, you was lame. He probably right. We was probably all super lame. But again,
that was the Backpackers.
But the Backpackers was the genuine article. Everybody else was just fucking around.
Okay.
Right.
See, by the time my era came, the Backpackers was fucking two polos popped up and Kanye and that goofy shit.
But that was Kanye and them reverting back.
But Kanye is
product
birth of that. Right.
He went to Reg Knott.
Well, in that case, I'm glad I missed it.
That's the
if y'all was walking
Reg
around with two polos collar popped, I'm glad I missed it.
That's that low life era though, right?
See,
when they was doing the dim dares.
You missed all the other parts of it though.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the parties, the women, it was, you know, like Gene said, you might have been lame to the little nigga in Loader Homes, but he wasn't having the experiences you was having. Trust and believe that. He wasn't going up north on the train and doing whatever we was doing up north on the train. You understand?
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Trust and believe
I can
that.
dig it.
He
I
just
can
didn't
dig
understand. That's all I'm saying.
I can dig it. I can just only. I mean, nobody chooses their birthday, right? I got here when I got here.
I remember going to backyard parties and Twilight Tone was the DJ. G. Common be rapping because he just there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was different. Cause
I dig it. I can dig it, man.
The birth of a nation, brother.
I'm just saying. For me, it was walk up the street and bump and slides there and rap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
And I love bump and slide too.
You know
what I mean? But it's
whatever. You know, like you're born when you're born, and it just is what it is. And I don't, for some reason, no matter what we're talking about, hip hop, fashion, basketball. So all these young niggas, y'all ain't shit. Like, damn, like,
culturally,
damn.
that 80s, 90s era might have been one of the dopest eras for black people.
Whenever you started getting pussy was the best time of your life. This is what it is.
We're not talking about our lives. We're now talking about the lives of
the
black people. We are. We
but y'all don't even hear the arrogance of that statement though. When it was popping for me, that's the best time ever for black people.
The bebop era was similar phenomenon.
You just are missing it here.
No, you're missing it.
No, Herb, you missed it all, dog. It's like you. The thing is, it's like you just don't. We're living through what y'all have, and we like, yeah, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, but that's gonna happen every single generation.
No.
I look at the generation behind me, I'm like, y'all missed it.
No, I'll be
They're
like,
gonna look at the generation behind them and be like,
quick.
ooh, y'all missed it.
No, I'll be like, that Motown era was pretty slick.
What did people older than you tell you? Did the people older than you be like, oh, y'all had the best generation ever? Or did they say, y'all don't know shit?
No, the people older than me be like,
they said that y'all was the shit?
Salim just said,
stop it.
Salim just said it. Salim just said the bebop era was very similar, but it wasn't as dense and vast as hip hop. Right, so
we took the world like
Salim is agreeing.
You think about this.
How you gonna twist up his words and say
Salim is agreeing. Our era literally redefined.
I'm saying
America.
it's similar.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You and similar anyway. But the streets of Bolingbrook, baby.
Y'all just
the only thing that was wrong with that era is that the greatest
shiny suit
thing that we left out of that era with, the greatest idea that we was birthed out of that era was black capitalism, and that's sad. Out of all the shit that we brought in,
if it was so much bigger than music and it was all about culture and black power and all this shit, then how the fuck y'all sell it to white people?
Then the white man
how the fuck y'all sell it to white people?
Then the white man came and said, "Talk about dope."
Let me tell you,
y'all sold it to white people.
I used to represent like b-boy. I used to manage artists, and I had a range of, and I'd be like, man, y'all should wear the shiny suits. They'd be like, hey yo.
Yeah, you trying to turn Locks into bad boy artists.
Let's get this bag.
Then Locks like, no, we got to go back to Rough Riders because this don't feel right.
Came in and they start hiring mazes
take
around.
That.
All went downhill.
Take that.
All in the video. All in the video. Dancing. Come to Death Row, nigga.
Go to Death Row, nigga.
Fuck. Some weird ass shit out here. Nah, but listen, I feel y'all. I just want, can we?
No, we're the greatest.
Yeah, but
everybody
feels that way.
We lived through the two golden eras of hip hop. Literally, we had golden era 1 and 2. Y'all ain't even manufactured.
Everybody feels that way.
No,
everybody feels that way.
Do you feel like your era of music is great? Is epic?
Yes, I do.
I
just told you Blueprint, Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's our era. That's one.
No, the fuck it's not, Maze.
Sure it is.
Maze.
Sure.
Blueprint dropped in 01. How old were you?
I don't know, 70. I was still living on
70 something for sure. Right. Fuck out of here.
01. So that made me what, 30?
Whatever. That's not your era, sir.
That's my
That's
era.
not
You
when you
crazy?
come of age. You don't come of age at 30.
At 30, I was at 30, I was at the club. 30, I was 30. Yeah, I was doing it. I was still doing it.
Of course you were doing. Of course you're at the club. That's what you do when you're
That was the
30.
second
But
era.
that's not your era, though. That's not when
sure,
you
that
come of
wasn't.
age.
Oh wait, no, I don't know if that's my era. I look at my era as when I got the.
I'm talking about 16 to like 22, 23.
Oh, 16
that's
to
your
22.
fucking sweet spot. That's when you're coming of age.
No, that wasn't my sweet spot.
Not in terms of like your earning potential
No,
or
that
what
wasn't.
you're doing. I'm talking about coming of age.
Dictating culture?
Right.
Dictating youth culture?
Yes, like that's what I'm talking about. Like I don't know what fucking album dropped when I was 30.
You don't?
Not
think
in
when
relationship to like Blueprint or Get Rich or Die Trying. Fuck no.
Like during the Get Rich or Get.
When Blueprint dropped in 2001, I was like 15, 16 years old. And I vividly remember me, my brother Darius, who's in this comment, and my other brother Diop going to drive out to Best Buy. And we went in Best Buy. All three of us bought the album because we couldn't just have one. All three of us bought the album. We walked out to the car.
Unwrapped it. And
We
sat in the
unwrapped
car.
it, put it in the car, and did not fucking move. Stay right there to the.
We did the exact same thing.
Like just listen to it. Like the whole album.
We did
straight
the
through.
exact same thing. We just did it the Friday before. We didn't know what I'm saying because they sent it to us. But I'm saying we did the same exact thing.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like it's.
I felt like the Jay-Z era when I was
what I'm
catching.
saying is my era of music was not trash. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
It really was.
Okay. Now you just told me that you just
That's
told me
not
that
your era
Blueprint
of
was
music.
also okay. Fine.
That's not your era of music.
Fine.
So based on your math, like 91 to like 99 was our era.
Yes.
Oh, okay, 91.
Yes, that's like y'all sweet spot.
Those
Then mine comes like right at 90. Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Oh, yeah, you can have that shit.
Then we coming.
After P, I was like, this shit is going down.
Yeah, then we
Once
then we
Master
coming.
P came in and said,
Now I
like,
fucked
this is
with
for dumb niggas.
I fucked with Big, and that was that, you know, Rated to Die was like what 97. So you know like 96, 97. That's when I started like picking out my own music to like listen to and shit. And it was around Big towards the end, like you know what I'm saying. Well, Big's run was short anyway, but it was towards the end of Big, end of Pac, and you came into Jay-Z becoming the next king of hip hop, and that was my era, and it moved into it was Jay and it was Cash Money and it was No Limit, and then
So wait,
like
you're saying he's saying that our era, and I think my era would be even probably just a bit more than.
Yeah,
two.
yours probably started in the 80s.
Yours probably like 85 to
Mine started
95.
in the 80s too. Though.
I would say like maybe 85, 80, not what freshman year in high school. What do you say?
Once
I would say freshman year in high school.
But once
Okay.
Rakim dropped, I was addicted. So whatever year
I feel
Rakim
like
dropped,
that's
was
the
that
same
86?
thing. That Big Daddy Kane. Okay, so I can see that. Okay, so the Big Daddy Kane, MC Light, Queen Latifah, that era. Yeah,
and you can continue to appreciate me. I appreciate shit. I've been playing a dude named Pooh Shiesty for a week. I am so disappointed in myself. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You should be.
But I cannot help it.
I know who Pooh Shiesty is because I have a child.
He
but
got a
he's
song
trash.
called "Back in Blood" with Dirk. He got a song called "Back in Blood" with Lil Durk, and I've been playing this song almost every time I get in my car for like a week. I cannot help myself. Love
Pooh
this song.
Shiesty is his name though.
His name is Pooh Shiesty.
And you are talking about our era. Did
He's
you say
not.
our era?
I'm saying he's not my era.
Okay, good. Okay, I just wasn't
he like 21 years. I don't know how old he is. He's a kid. Like, but I can't help the fact that I like this shit. So you still can like shit later. That don't make it your era. He ain't my era, but I like some of the shit. Jay-Z ain't your era, even though you like it.
Jay, all right,
Jay is my era. Jay dropped 11 albums. Only one of them came out before 2000.
No.
Okay, maybe two.
Well, I would say Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable
came
Doubt
out.
dropped in 97, 96.
Okay, and then Volume 1. No, Volume 2. And then Hard Knock Life.
Okay, so he put out 3 albums.
He put out 3 albums before 2000 because I was at the All-Star game. When
Reasonable Doubt dropped in 96.
Okay,
96.
Reasonable Doubt dropped in 96. And then what? Volume 1?
The Blueprint dropped in 2001. So
That's what I said, 01.
Blueprint dropped on 9/11.
Yeah, dropped on 9/11.
So go back to...
Rumor has it the Blueprint Classic couldn't even be stopped by Ben Laden. September 11 marks the era forever of a revolutionary
so
Jay
Jay-Z
developed.
counts for your era, and we don't even start counting his records to the Blueprint?
No, I didn't say that, sir.
I'm asking.
Right.
No, I
That's
literally...
what it sounded like you said.
I did not say that, sir.
You said, Maze, Jay-Z is our era, not your era.
Right.
Then you said, by your math,
right.
I said our era is from 91 to 99.
Right.
You said Jay-Z is our era. Well, Blueprint dropped in 2001, but he has 3 albums before Blueprint.
Okay,
how does he not count as our era?
We just went through that. Okay, you can have a couple. You can have like a couple albums.
Okay. I'm just asking questions, man.
But his greatest album is My Era.
His greatest album is Reasonable Doubt.
That's your opinion.
But so your opinion, you trust my opinion.
No, it's just my opinion.
You say his greatest album.
I don't shit. This is what I'm saying. This is how this conversation started. I don't shit on y'all's opinion.
Oh, okay.
Y'all shit on everybody else's. I don't give a fuck if you think that Boosie, LRTTPQR is the fucking greatest. I don't know these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
That's you listen to Pooh Shiesty.
I don't know Pooh Shiesty.
That's you.
Okay,
you
cool.
listen to Pooh Shiesty.
I don't. That's fucking fine. Like, nobody's shitting on y'all's opinion. My question was, why do y'all shit on everybody else's? That was the only question.
Because we're right.
I'm
No,
just
the
saying there's
fuck
a
you're
culture
not.
attached to it, man. I wasn't even shitting on the music because there's some music I like from the shorties too. But I don't. I think there's a culture attached to this music too. I just think it's a harmful culture. I think it's one of drugs and gangs and dumb shit. Right. And different kind of drugs and guns, and it ain't even based in shit.
Right, they be like pills,
Right,
and
you
Percocet.
Crackheads.
Yeah, they
like,
be tweaking.
you borderline.
When I was growing
dope
up, it was cool to be the dope dealer. It's cool for them to be the dope head. You know what I'm saying? How much lean can I sip? How many pills can I pop? Fam, y'all wildin'.
That's
y'all
nothing
fucking
to be
clucks.
celebrated.
There's your era.
There's nothing to be celebrated.
That's not your era.
You're not even listening. I literally just said when I was. We're going to break. Fuck y'all. When we come back, hopefully both of them will be gone. It'll just be us.
Not to be celebrated.
We got to take a break, man. When we come back, we'll have more conversation on the other side. This is I Said What I Said. We'll be here till 6.
FTDPM.
Yeah, we're down with it. So I am God tapping in one time for the one time. I am getting ahead without devolving. And I want to let y'all know that this coming Friday, April 2nd, I will be in the building on the What's In It for the Black People Media Network on Facebook, live with the homies. T-Tom, Gino, Eugene McIntosh, Terrence Tomlin, the bigs, you know what I'm talking about, live on the soil. We're going to be debuting and premiering my upcoming project, The Eternal Reflection, with the homie Custom Made. Y'all ain't going to want to miss this. 1 to 3 p.m. Make sure y'all tapping in. We're going to be on the soil with the bigs, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out the homie Gino, Eugene McIntosh. Shout out Terrence Tomlin. Shout out to What's In It for the Black People Media Network, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure you there. Yeah, I am God.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
My fellow Robinites, April 6th, reclaim and restore Robbins with the community campaign. Punch number 2 for Darren E. Bryant for the mayor of Robbins.
Punch number 5 for Sharon Snotty Dyson for clerk of Robbins.
Punch number 10 for Gregory N. Jackson for trustee of Robbins.
Punch 11 for Kaisha Terry Hill for trustee for the village of Robbins.
Vote April 6th to reclaim and restore Robbins.
This is a traffic jam. Traffic jam.
What's good, y'all? We are back. We live from inside the What's In It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Toussaint. My name is Herb. This is I Said What I Said. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in and, as always, for adding your invaluable perspective into the conversation. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. I get bubblegum rap vibes from Herb, Will Smith, and Chris Cross. No, you don't. But that's funny, though. We had a conversation, about hip-hop and eras and what that looks like, and I'm like, I might be the youngest person in the Izwiz fam. And so y'all got, y'all's perspectives. And I'm cool with it. Y'all just stop being haters on everybody else's shit is all I'm saying. What about about like movies and shit? You was telling me about kids over the break, and I've seen kids. To the best of my recollection, I think I've seen kids. I don't really recall it. I need to rewatch it, but I've seen kids. But movies like Warriors and shit like that, like I love like that shit.
That's our era.
Yeah, like and it was cool. I like that. I like that kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I was with all that. Like, so I think my movie taste is a little bit earlier than my music taste per se. Like NWA and all that. Like, I was hip to all that, and you know, all that was cool. But it didn't really. I didn't really own it as my own. It didn't feel like my own. Music didn't feel like my own until, like I said, like late '90s. You know what I'm saying? You know. 7th grade, 8th grade, freshman year, that's when you start to feel like your own type of music, whatever. Before then, it was just the shit that was out and you heard it or whatever. You heard the older cats bumping in their cars and NWA, like, yeah, okay, cool, fuck the police, it sound good to me too. But I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really own it as my own shit. But movies, I was a little bit ahead of my time in terms of like movies. What?
They quoting lines from kids. I have no legs. I have no legs.
I have no legs. No legs. No legs. No legs. Movies. I was into like South Central, Menace to Society. Man, listen. Today Wednesday. Last Wednesday on In the Zone with Brian Foster, they did a movie draft, right? Black movie draft specifically, and I was like, I want in on the draft. Y'all gotta let me in on the draft, right? So we do this draft, we do this movie draft, and my draft was shitting on their draft. I don't care what they say, right?
We just get through talking about this. Yours is better than everybody else.
No. This was just movies. Anybody could have picked any movie. It wasn't a particular era of movies. It was my list was shitting on their list, and it was fun. I'm gonna see if I can see if I can pull it up, because actually Brian had like posted it on his page. But I had like Menace to Society, South Central, Boys in the Hood, Coming to America, because we did like 10 rounds. I had Belly. I had all the hood shit. Like I had all the Paid in Full. Like, I had all the like hood movies like that. And they was picking like Color Purple. They picked Aquila and the Bee. They picked a lot of.
These was men.
There was 5 men.
They had kids, man. They had to watch it with the kids.
I'm not mad at Aquila and the Bee or nothing, but you know, they list just wasn't better than mine. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Dang, Brian posted a lot. I guess I'm the only one that don't be using Facebook, because Brian posted a lot. Here you go. Okay, so my list was Boys in the Hood, Coming to America, Menace to Society, Lean on Me, Belly, South Central, Paid in Full, Poetic Justice, The Wood, Baby Boy, How High, and Shotas. I don't know who Team 2 was, but they movies were Love Jones, Juice, School Days, Harlem Nights, Soul Food, Waiting to Exhale. Yes, all men, promise you. The Wiz, Players Club, Barbershop, Above the Rim, The Brothers.
This is one of Brian's friends?
This may have been Brian or one of his friends.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. That's why I asked if it was Brian's friend.
The Brothers and Zodiac Sign was Team 2.
I never heard of Zodiac Sign.
That wasn't actually that. I think, you know, the Waiting to Exhale moments and stuff. And I think it's a movie. They probably did some soundtrack action. That wasn't terrible.
I'm not mad at. Nobody had a terrible list. I mean, everybody picked good movies, but I'm just saying that my list was
Hood. You're gonna add another H to yours, Hood now. Another H.
Yeah.
Another H.
I'm all H's, baby. I'm A's. It's all about alliteration for me. Team 3 had Do the Right Thing, Boomerang, Black Panther, 5 Heartbeats, Coolie High, Training Day, Hollywood Shuffle, Mo Better Blues, What's Love Got to Do with It, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Lady Sings the Blues, and Bad Boys.
Hey, Joe.
That was your list right there?
No, that wasn't mine, but that's a good one.
That's the best one.
That's the best one so far.
Okay. No, I'm telling you, everybody picked good movies, but, you know. Team 4 had Color Purple, Malcolm X, New Jack City, which I was pissed they took it right before my draft. I was salty. House Party, The Mac, Set It Off, Dead Presidents.
That's your cousin.
Brown Sugar, Higher Learning, Glory, Antoine Fisher, and Hoodlum.
Nobody picked Purple Rain?
Team 5 had Friday, Love and Basketball, Purple Rain.
Okay.
Ray, Life, Ali, American Gangster, The Best Man, Jason's Lyric, Straight Outta Compton, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and Tequila and the Beat.
That's the lame list.
Some good movies on there. Friday's on there. American Gangster's on there.
Purple Rain.
Life.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute, that
Purple
ain't
Rain
Lake-
is on there.
Wait a minute. That ain't Lake Minnetonka. I'm just telling you. That's an adolescent moment for a young boy. A young boy, preacher's kid too, whose dad was like, we can watch this movie.
I'm just saying, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Brian Foster. You can find him at Brian Foster on Facebook and see. And you get a chance you can vote on that list. They was doing a I don't know, vote. Whatever you would call it.
Draft. And you could then, what are they doing? Like,
What do you call it when people pick?
Poll.
A poll,
To see
right.
who's
There we
like
go.
the
A
best.
poll. That's the word I couldn't find.
Hey, which, so 2 minus Herb's, because I know you got to vote for Herb. Who else? Which list would you have taken out of that?
The one we said.
That third list, the one that had
And I ain't
Boomerang
no
on
big movie guy like that either.
Boomerang. Okay. Y'all, you not a movie guy?
Y'all like that one that had Do the Right Thing,
I like the one
Boomerang.
that had Cooley High on it.
Do the Right Thing, Boomerang, Black Panther, 5 Heartbeats, Cooley High, Training Day, Hollywood Shuffle, Mo Better Blues, What's Love Got to Do with It, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Lady Sings the Blues, and Bad Boys. I don't know what Lady Sings the Blues is.
Lady Sings the Blues.
Just because of Black Panther, but other than that, everything on the list is cool.
What's Lady Sings the Blues?
That's the one where Diana Ross played Billie Holiday. It's the first Billie Holiday movie. That shit scared. And Richard Pryor was in that Bad Boy too.
Okay.
He was a drug addicted brother.
Those are good movies. I ain't mad at nobody's list per se.
I think I'm gonna
probably
have
my favorite movie of all time.
You know what? Who
Yeah, it's good.
I love Cooley High is a really good movie. You know who threw me off with that? I did not realize that Boys in the Hood was Cooley High.
What you mean?
Same movie. They preaches. It's the same thing. Ricky is Cochise. He get killed instead of.
You're right.
It's the
Now that you think
same.
about it,
It's
you're
the
right.
same
It kinda is the
movie.
same movie.
It's
You're right.
the same movie. You know who put me up on that one was Mark Harris, and I didn't think about it, but it's like you got the athlete, it's literally the same movie.
The smart dude and the
Yep.
street nigga.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of is the same movie.
It is the same movie, just updated to L.A.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, we can't have nothing, goddammit, nothing.
Steal everything from the crib.
Yeah, no, I dig that. Even Shannon said my list was killing their list. And Shannon don't agree with me about shit.
I
I'm like,
thought
Shannon,
your
it's Wednesday.
list-
She'd be like, no, it's not. I'm like,
Your list is the list that I'm gonna have to sit down with my son with.
yeah.
Right? And I'm gonna sit
Boys
down
in the
with
Hood, Coming to America, Menace to Society,
I think we seen
Lean
them.
on Me, Belly, South Central, Paid in Full, Poetic Justice, Baby Boy, The Wood, How High, and
Down to
Shotas.
Earth on YouTube said her poetic justice sucked. What's wrong with
What?
That's cap.
Poetic Justice was a good movie.
That's cap.
That,
You know
that-
what I'm
man,
saying? Like,
when
that's
Joe
just not
Torre
true.
was in the
It's just not true, man.
And what's my girl Regina King?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. When she was like, "You ain't,"
Right.
yeah, and your mom, and that's why you
I was just trying to give you some before I quit your ass.
Right. What? That nigga brushing his hair
Right,
the whole time.
what?
That was when everybody was trying to get waves too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There was so much in that.
I like when they walked up on the barbecue. That was just the blackest shit ever. Every time I see somebody barbecue, I'm gonna walk up like Cousin Pete, Lucky, Lil Lucky, like that's cap. You wanna smell my punani? Like this Poetic Justice was classic, man. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brush that weak ass fade. That's real spill.
Cooley, I was dope. Then Raising Victor Vargas, y'all ever seen that?
Raising Victor Vargas.
That's dope too, y'all.
Yes, I have seen
What's
that.
that about?
Just like a coming of age story, very similar to like The Kids or even
Yeah.
Cooley High. It's the same kind of movie as them.
Okay.
But it wasn't black though.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Kids really wasn't black. They was white kids, but they was just mimicking Chicago life at that time.
Yeah, Warriors wasn't all that black.
Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors was dope, man.
Come out and play.
Clicking the little bottles. That's one of my favorite samples from a song too.
All
When
right,
Bad Boys did
Boppers.
that, was that Craig Mack song?
Yep.
When they did the click the
Flavor in
bottles?
your ear.
Yeah. Warrior. That joint was fire.
Think about it. We used to
All right,
emulate
boppers and
mimic
boppets.
that dumbass shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you remember the scene where dude was running, they threw the stick and then went through the stick. Like we used to try to do that shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Try to trip him like that with the thing.
Yeah,
we used to do that a lot.
We used to do all that stuff.
Yeah, that was the fun stuff to
Come
do.
on,
man.
everybody. Did y'all try to pretend y'all was one of them groups? Did you ever be the Warriors?
It was
just too busy.
yeah. We used to do the
Nah, we
do the
had
baseball
folks and
thing.
stones in our neighborhood.
On the streets of Bolingbrook. Which fake gang is we gonna be today?
Hey, don't trip, man.
Which fake gang is we gonna be today?
Oh,
That's right, Beulah. It was Latinx. That's right.
Latin, did y'all see? No, what was we watching when they said that?
Latin X. That was on your show this morning. Somebody was like, he was saying Latin X.
Oh, right, when the Waukegan people.
The
Waukegans was like, we don't want you. You can keep your Obama high school. He was the deporter in chief. That's why y'all talk about black and brown.
Hey, he ain't do much for us either.
Right. We can't say that to a black mug though.
Yeah, no, that started a fight.
Why you said my Obama?
Because we love symbols. Don't take away our greatest symbol of all time. He's the best symbol we've ever had here. Nah, I ain't for the symbols, man.
Hey, man. Latinx.
I want to in the next hour. I want to get into. I know we kind of doing this backwards. We did all the superficial, silly shit first, and then I want to get.
I was on vacation mode, man, and I'm saving all my good shit so I have something to talk
about. So you have something to talk about when I'm not here.
I know how this shit work.
I'm already halfway gone. But I do want to get into the Derek Chauvin murder trial, murdering George Floyd. I'll say this: I haven't watched it. I do not plan to watch it. Like I followed closely with the Jason Van Dyke trial and rode that emotional roller coaster every day. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not gonna do it to myself. Salute to everybody who is. I'm just not gonna do it to myself. That being said, I know you've been staying in tune with it, and somebody was saying today that was it true? I don't know who was saying it today. They're saying that the defense is. I don't know who said. No, I know who said it. Actually, it was in the chat I met. They said that the defense team is actually arguing quite well, which I'm not surprised by. You know what I'm saying? Now lying, sure, because that's
I thought it was. I think the defense team seems kind of lame to me.
Oh, you said lame? I thought you said lying.
They don't seem. No, I don't think they're lying. I just don't feel like they're.
Of course they're lying.
Maybe I'm watching.
What the defense
I'm so
team
used
does.
to seeing Perry Mason,
especially when everybody knows that the person who's on trial actually did do the thing that they're on trial.
So why are we fucking up here fronting? Go ahead, too.
I don't think they all that qualified.
Who, the defense team?
Yeah, they look like suckers.
So you think somebody's sending them up the road?
I don't know, man. It's interesting.
In the interest of peace,
I'm gonna say this: they don't look qualified to me. But again, I don't travel or I don't follow like court like that, so I don't know
what they should be doing, when they should be interjecting making objections.
It's hard
and
to compare and contrast.
Filing
like,
motions.
I didn't follow. I've never followed another trial like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Not even OJ.
I mean, man, no, hell no.
I definitely had no time to watch OJ. You was
I
like
was in college, man.
Right? We was like we had things to do.
He was free, and we was like, "Fuck you, white people." Everything was good. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was one of the whitest white men in the world, but it is what it is.
Symbols though.
But
give us free.
Yeah, but so I don't have anything to compare it to. You know what I mean? But when I look at it just from a pure logic standpoint to say, well, that shit didn't sound right, or that shit did. They're trying to do what everybody does, which is put George Floyd's character on trial. But what I'm saying is like the kind of witnesses they're bringing to the stand, the kind of conversations that the witnesses are having, for me, and again, this is based on my own ignorance because I don't know, but from an outsider looking inside, I don't see how he walks away from this without having a murder charge.
See, and I feel like I'm looking at the witnesses. Like I saw the brother on the stand today who was crying, who broke down when he watched the video and he started crying. And I don't think that white people see or feel the same thing that we do. Like, so when that dude came up there with the brown suit with the white glasses, that was his front teeth were missing a little bit. When you and he was dressed up in a suit and he articulated well, but I feel like
his front teeth was missing a little bit.
You know how you got a mouth.
They got a shade down.
And it's like
meth mouth ass boy.
And so I feel like when they're putting these black people up there, it's like we see one thing, and what do they see when they see us? And I'm just telling you, they are not inspiring me. As I watch it, I'm listening to it and I'm wincing when I'm hearing it, and they doing slow motion. Now, I think that what they are doing is with that video, though, that if this fool gets acquitted, like, but I could see it happening I could see a split jury. I could see him getting away.
Yeah, my homeboy lives in Minneapolis, and he's in the he's in the chat I was referring to, and he's like, man, if they let him off, they're gonna send it up, and it's like, and they probably will, and I hope they do, right? But I don't know how it's gonna go, right? And so, as you say, the defense team seems a bit incompetent, right? And if that's the case, would you then say that they like they trying to send him up the road in the interest of peace? And if that's the case, I would then ask you, would that be the first time that's ever happened, right? Where they've chosen peace over supremacy?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I'm not that kind of a history buff, right?
I'm saying usually they side with the Darren Wilsons or the Zimmermans or even the fucking Van Dykes.
I see exactly what you're saying.
I know what he's saying. We've had this conversation before, but I think there's a difference too, though. Like when they didn't send Darren Wilson to jail, I told you, I was like, wait, they don't give a fuck no more.
No, they gonna protect whiteness at all costs.
Right. Wait, they not even tripping no more. Right, they're not even trying to keep the charade going.
Right,
they don't care. He's not attached to nobody.
Fuck you.
Like when daily people gets in trouble, they don't go to jail. I get it. It makes sense.
They attached
when Darren Wilson doesn't go to jail, I'm like, they just don't give a fuck.
$70,000 cop. He ain't worth shit.
He wasn't even $70,000 cop. That town is big as this street.
That's true.
He was a $30,000 dude.
That's true.
He's a fight for 15 ass motherfucker.
Right.
Be clear.
I feel you.
So he wasn't attached to anything, and I was like, as soon as they didn't send him to jail, I was like, oh shit, we in trouble. Cause them motherfuckers in St. Louis or whatever, what was it called?
Ferguson.
Ferguson ain't but as big as Hyde Park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ferguson is a little bitty ass place.
Mm-hmm.
But them little motherfuckers was on the streets with automatic weapons. Mm-hmm. They was really ready to go to war in Ferguson.
It was about that.
They was on some different shit.
Mm-hmm.
So when they didn't send him to jail, because it just would have been easier to send that white boy to jail.
In the interest of peace. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like they like we ain't leaving one eyes on the field.
That's what I'm saying.
They like agree. We not leaving nobody on the field, and this is
because
one of
it's about
us.
the collective. It ain't even about him. It ain't about Darren Wilson because, like you said, he ain't nobody. Fuck dude.
Yeah.
However, you are not going to successfully attack whiteness. Right? We're going to defend whiteness at all fucking costs. And so if they sending this dude Chauvin up the river, would that be the first time that they've chosen peace over supremacy?
No, I think that's what they did with with Jason Van Dyke.
Yeah,
they gave him a slap.
Yeah, that was BS though. They didn't even do shit with him.
Still though,
so you think they might give him the same type of sweet deal?
Yes.
Similar to some minimum security summer camp for a couple months,
it's
couple summers.
About the way Ferguson went up,
mm-hmm.
the energy that Ferguson went up with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something to be said about when George Floyd got murdered, how that kind of affected globally and not just Minneapolis. But Minneapolis also went the fuck up.
Right.
Right. And I think there's something to be said even around Van Dyke happening in the time and in the midst that it was happening in. Like Chicago went up too. Mm-hmm. Right. Chicago's the ADO's capital of the world. George Floyd, when it happened, for just the energy of the time was, it changed the kind of feeling around that, and it was a video attached to it, right? They murdered this man on video,
right?
So there's different, it's different ways to play your hand,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I think he just went too fucking far.
Yeah, this is on video, fam.
And we can't,
like,
and it's not on video like Laquan McDonald is on video. Right, it's because that happened in 14 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You pulled up, fired 16 shots in 14 seconds, and then so somebody could explain that away as, oh, he overreacted, whatever. It was an instantaneous decision. Nigga, you did this shit for 10 minutes, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like you had 8 minutes 46 seconds to figure this fucking shit out. That maybe I should stop doing what I'm fucking doing here, and you chose to do it anyway. We can't fucking save you from that, fam. Like, we can't say we got to trade you in right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, but they gave Van Dyke up for a piece.
But I think they give him, I think in this case, right, he's got a maximum of 40 years. I think about when we were all sitting around, and here's what they did. They let the air out the balloon because they read each one of those charges. They gave him a charge for every one of those bullets, right? It was on the charge of one, guilty. Mm-hmm. So everybody was elated, and then we found out that, oh, yeah, but the judge is going to make it a 7-year sentence. So we thought he was getting 7 for each one. He said we're going to roll them all together. We're going to give him 7, and then he goes to jail, and then we're going to give him 3.5. And this cracker's on his way home, right? And I think that this is you got to take one for the team, but we ain't going to let you take the ultimate one for the team, right? And I'm just watching this thing, and I feel like even as I'm watching the white girls testify, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think of those white women, like when the white firefighter have y'all seen that meme of the white girl with the haircut? And they said, if this if this white girl has this haircut, then she has black children, right?
No, but I can see the haircut now.
But you know the haircut, right? Okay, I'm not trying to be funny, but every one of those people that I saw up there, and if the jury is, they seeing what we saw in the streets of Bolingbrook, which they parents, the daughter is on the stand, like, whoa, but the parents is like, that nigga would have came home with you.
Right.
And hang them up. And so and with it being a jury trial, remember Van Dyke was a judge trial.
Right.
Jury trial means that it just takes one. And it's 9 white people on that bad boy. And I feel like some white folks will be, first of all, we're talking more rural, right? So white folks, in my estimation, I like, fuck them cities. If Chicago burns, they ain't caring about that. The people that are sitting in that live in the county that ain't in the Minnesota's, and think about people in Minnesota, like all these niggas done came up here, started selling heroin from Chicago. They fucking up out, right? I'm just telling you, dog. I see the out right now.
So, do we think it'll be more advantageous if he got locked up?
No.
Or if he got acquitted?
I know what you think.
I know what I think that if he does, I'll be honest with you. I'd probably prefer to see him not get locked up and see the response. And
it's gonna be chaos and destruction for a week or two.
So
I'm for the chaos and destruction. Be clear. Send this bitch up, burn this bitch down. Like that's where I'm at with the whole thing. Right? I'm with all that.
The Ruthie Moore show.
But it's only gonna be it's gonna be for a week or two, and then niggas be back chucking and jiving.
I'm with you on that.
And so what? Then 2 weeks from now, I need another innocent black person to get killed. So we can send it up for 2 weeks and go back to shucking and jiving. Like,
well, it is almost time. This new summer wardrobe is out, dog.
I don't know what that means, but
we can send it up for 2 weeks. Cause
go get your clothes.
Get your clothes. Get fresh for the summer. And they about to open this bad boy back up too.
Yeah.
So you said you know what I want. What do you think I want?
You want them to get off so motherfuckers can send it up.
Right, I do.
I want to see though the reaction of all of white America, particularly the white folks who thought that the world would change now that we have a different president.
So I would want them to get off if I thought our response was going to be worth it. If I thought we was going to do more than break some glass and bust some windows or something for a week or two, cool.
See, this is why
if we're going to bust all the fucking windows and burn all the shit down, cool. But if we just going to wild, if we're going to throw a tantrum for a week or two and then go back to working for these motherfuckers and go back like, man, whatever the fuck. Unless we got our response team together and then somebody like, no, let him out so I can put a bullet in his fucking head. Then I'm with that too. I pray the judge get that boy a bond so I can pop him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Lil Baby. He's one of the new rappers I like too. Not my era, but I like Lil Baby.
This is why I side on the side of I hope they let him go. I hope they let all of them go.
Mm-hmm.
Because unlike any other era in time, we're legitimately competing against ourselves ideally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they let him go and there's that momentum of destruction or whatever, or however you want to quantify it, it's really just this kind of momentum of gravitating toward blackness and understanding your polarity in America. That energy is important because it doesn't exist anywhere else. Right?
Agreed.
And what we're competing against is motherfuckers like Kenny Burns today saying we just got to talk to the shorties, teach them how to get money, right? Fold into the system, assimilate into the system.
Right.
Fold in when the system's not allowing you to fold in.
Right.
So when you got that on a 24-hour loop, and that's the momentum, and that's the conversation, and that's, kind of that's kind of dictating your thought. We need disruptors all the time. And the more radical the disruption, the more chances we got at keeping our attention focused, because they got us on a constant loop of black capitalism all day long, and we buy that shit. We buy it all day long. So how do you disrupt that?
Doesn't that require a innocent black body every quarter?
Shit, they innocent or not, they taking them anyway. So we might as well get everything we can get out of it.
Right. So send it up. So send it up today. What the fuck? I gotta wait for this not guilty verdict for?
That's not what I'm saying.
They waging war on us every fucking day. So we're going to send it up. It up.
But if we're on a constant loop of not paying attention to that, so Maze wants to go to break very, very badly. And I want to treat him like Lil Rod so bad.
I just do like the I just turn the music up. It's all good. You come on, go ahead. And you're going to be here with we here tomorrow.
Finish your point.
Yeah, finish your point.
I'm saying that if it's a constant loop, though, right, we're competing back and forth. And they're they're snatching us anyway. They're murdering us anyway. You're already losing. I said the other day, we had this whole conversation the other day. Maybe was like, well, your ass is paying attention. You read 14 books. We've created these kind of subcultures to make it comfortable to move through this craziness. But that's based in the fact that we ain't equipped to and we're not constantly engaged in the craziness. So
I agree with you.
So the more that this shit happens, the consciousness, it's awakening the consciousness.
So I'm saying,
whether it's an innocent black body or not, they're taking innocent black bodies anyway.
I'm with you, and I feel you on that piece. But I'm saying, because they're taking them anyway, right? What will be the threshold of public innocent slayings that will allow us to sustain the unrest?
I don't even know what you mean when you say public innocent slaying.
The caught on tape, the George Floyds, the Laquan McDonalds, the Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Like. How many do we have to have on tape to piss off enough to keep the shit going?
It's perpetual.
Because the ones that's not on tape, like we know, are being attacked every day.
It's perpetual.
Okay.
It's a game. It don't stop.
Right. So why do we stop is what I'm saying. And why do we need another public slaying every time?
Because maybe you need to be alerted that this shit don't stop. Every time.
Well, if that's the case, then let them off and let this be the last fucking one. Gotta go to break. When we come back from break, we'll continue more with this conversation. As I said what I said, Howard and Toussaint for another hour. We'll be right back.
WIFTPM.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
Yeah. All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah?
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
Right. You're cool. I'm out.
About National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Hey, sunshines. If you didn't catch the last page in the Book of Dawn, here's what you missed.
So you found that, but you also, during those times, made a conscious decision to create a base for yourself outside of the Isleys or the great artists that you tour with. And from that, the Mo Fitz Project was born. Can you tell us how and why you did the Mo Fitz Project?
Let me tell you something. I had been touring since I was 17. And what happened was your girl Eve was doing different events around town. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was right on 47th Street.
Yeah, I think it was Blue 47.
Yeah, one of those spots. So Eve was doing something with them. So they were like, we're hiring bands. I was like, I'm going to put something together and go play local. Let me do that. And through that situation from Eve, the Mo Fitz Project was birthed. I was like, oh, okay, this would be great to actually come home and put quality guys together and make music locally outside of the touring. I just found another joy in it. And crazy, remember Terrence Kane came up with the Mo Fitz.
Oh, did T. Kane? Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Terrence was like, you need to call it the Mo Fitz, Reese. Mo Fitz. Use your name. This is how that name came about. It was Terrence Kane and my girl Eve Bridgeworth. She was the launching pad for that. And then she would hire me to do different events. And she started hiring me to do weddings and stuff she was doing. And then it just kind of birthed into that.
Don't forget to tune in weekdays, 9 a.m. to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Roll
Are you
Tide,
curious
y'all.
to explore the intellectual currents that channel our thoughts and frame our reality? Have you ever meditated for relaxation and accidentally discovered the universe in the process? These matters and many more you may never have even thought of will be yours to explore as you come with me into Muwakil's world. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Traffic jam fan, you know it. I'm from the middle of the map. I get around, I've been there and back. Born in Gary, Indian, just to be exact. Got family in the go and family in the nap. Same shit everywhere, saw it in the A out on Old Nat. Sucker free suckers can't take the heat, nah they gon' rap. Big dumb cats, big guns clap. Another brother dead, another mother son lack. I'm from the era where the niggas did scrap. Seen the same person shot with two different straps. You don't want this, now you don't want that. Tired of fuck shit, wanna take a nap. I'm a dog on these chicks, just a different cat. Must make at least a M to make an impact. May just paint the Benz matte black, fresh head to toe. Never wore socks that didn't match. Cause I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Nigga, I get around. I've been there and back. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I'm from the middle of the map. Yeah, I'm from the middle of the map. I get around. I've been there and back. Check. I'm from the middle of the map. I get around. I've been there and back. Born in Gary, Indian, just to be exact. Got family in the go and family in the nap. Talking money, shit hit my jack. If it don't make sense, shit I can sense that. Blowing big loud, never the mid pack. See you talk, that's just big cap. Nigga, I walk the walk with graduation hats. Fuck your opinion, nigga, in fact.
What's going on, people? We are back. We are live from inside the beautiful, colorful What's in It for the Black People Media Studios alongside Toussaint Werner. My name is Herb Howard. This is I Said What I Said. Mace Jackson is in the production studio making noises and stuff, forgetting to turn his mic off and stuff. I hope he never says anything crazy back there because he be forgetting to push his. He turned us off, which is good. Keep us safe. Get yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working on that. Left hand. My left hand crossover. I'm trying to,
That's definitely what's up, man. Shout out to the bigs, man. On the Soil was fire today, man. They got into some dope conversations. This baseball season is around the corner. You can hear a different kind of excitement in Gino's voice when baseball season is popping up. T is big Sox fan. He's Sox all the way. He had on his Sox gear today, and they got into a Cubs conversation and Sox baseball conversation. I mean, Cubs and Sox, and talking about some of the differences between the two. Not so much on the field. Well, they were talking about that too, but the experience at the games is different versus when you go to Comiskey versus when you go to Wrigley. It's just a different experience. Wrigley is just 40,000 white folks having a party. It's like, oh, it's a baseball game going over there. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm never comfortable in those environments.
Nah, I love Wrigley. I go to Wrigley a lot.
I don't like no environment.
I would go to opening day if I could. Yeah, baseball and the Cubs play in the daytime a lot. You know what I'm saying? They had those 120 starts. So, day drinking and partying out in the sun. It's a good time, man. Don't sit in the bleachers though. That's ghetto as hell.
That's also where the hillbillies sit.
Yeah, it's ghetto in the bleachers.
They be like, Nick, that first time I remember I had a banana thrown at me out there.
Really?
When I was a kid.
You've been traumatized around race, man.
I have been. I mean, I think growing up in Bolingbrook, in the streets of Bolingbrook, you try to figure out where you navigating. And so when you was navigating the white space, right? Somebody's like, let's go to the Cubs game. This when the Cubs were bums.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time.
Right. So you sit in the bleachers, and as the white people got drunk off of their Pabst Blue Ribbon, they were like, who's the chocolate chip in the...
Not the chocolate
and
chip.
Then
that's
real, and then it started to be like, then as they get drunker and drunker, then they start to, right? So like if Sean Dunston was out there, somebody be like, Yeah, freaking monkey. And then all of it, and then it, as they continue, then they focus their effort on you. And it was crazy because, you know, you go to the game with the white people and they be like, oh, they don't mean it. And you like, I'm here.
See, I never had none of them experiences till I was old.
I don't mean it either because we fighting.
Right, so I was already.
But imagine being like 10.
I feel you. No, I feel you.
Right, but I was already set in my understanding by the time I started having them experiences, and it, you know, you respond differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine having somebody throw a banana at me. It goes back to that soul of a nation thing. This has been on TV or whatever. And next week we're gonna interview one of the producers from Soul of a Nation, Jasmine Cannon, who's also one of the producers of
Fearless, the documentary we were featured in.
We were featured in. True.
I was featured in a documentary.
Yeah, because we the shit.
What? You
He don't recognize how much of the shit we are. I know.
Shit.
Okay.
That's why you got that Iswitz tattoo.
It's won film festivals awards all over the world.
All over the nation. Yeah.
Really?
Literally all over the world.
Really.
I heard about you. I heard about I'm disappointed.
I got IMBD credit.
I got some too, but I'm disappointed. You heard about put you in a. We about to be nominated for an Oscar and all, and you kicked me to the curb. It's all good, though. I got you.
What happened? Oh, you talking about in the what you call it?
Don't worry about that. You stick with your IMBD.
That was before Maze even talked to me.
You stick with your IMBD.
Okay? That was before Maze even talked to me.
Yeah, stick with your IMBD.
We had this dope show and it was cracking. It was like, what's up with Maze? I don't know. I heard y'all on the radio. Yeah, we talk on the radio and then we go commercial and then we don't talk no more. But
I feel like you should be used to it. I was an asshole. Yeah. Hey, yeah. You like, damn, I'm used to these asshole-ish tendencies.
Regular shit, man. But nah, man, it's definitely a different thing. We talk about going to Comiskey or going to Wrigley. It's just a different vibe. It's this whole party thing. And then Comiskey is interesting because even if the White Sox are fucking great, you walk in that motherfucker and sit wherever you want. Like you sit wherever they want you to come down so it don't look so bad on TV. Like, hey, come sit right behind the plate so it look like some people are here. Because don't be nobody in that joint. But because of that, the amenities offered at the park are so much better. They go out their way to try to get you to come to this park. You can go to the White Sox game just to get dinner. Like, I ain't going to the game. I'm gonna go there and get something to eat. The ticket's gonna be free. You can get tickets for free with like a Whopper at Burger King or something like that. So you get a ticket for free and then go to the restaurant. They got good restaurants, bars. The experience in the concourses or whatever, way better than sitting there watching the game. Wrigley, 40,000 white people going to show up regardless. So y'all take this whack-ass hot dog and one of these PBRs and sit your ass down. One of these old styles, sit your ass down. White Sox pulling out all the stops to get you to come to that stadium. Like, they need you to come bad.
Family night is like 6 tickets, beer for everybody, including the kids, hamburgers, french fries, and you get all that for $7.99.
Right. For real. It'd be like that.
You go to Reggie's.
Who's had more winning seasons?
The White Sox.
Probably the Sox, yeah.
Right. The Sox.
Yeah.
But I want us to think about this, right? Because it goes back to the context of why I want that white man to get out free.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it goes back into the Maze being traumatized. I was thinking about this just a minute ago when I left out the room. Like, I didn't have none of them experiences until I moved to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And that's because at that time, growing up on the south side of Chicago, like legitimately it's a black life. For real, in a way that most of the rest of the places in this country don't experience. Mm-hmm. So that, I don't even know if it's disdain or admiration of white people. I don't know which one it really is. It don't even exist because they don't exist. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But moving to Iowa, Cedar Rapids, and I started to see black folks kind of, you could visibly see that they felt inferior to white people. Mm. And that was a different experience for me. Like, I had never seen, like, they would put their head down and shit when white people came around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I remember in high school, and I wasn't like no star fucking student. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They had me go talk to the governor at the time because we had to write some shit up, and I was like, man, fuck these white people. I expressed my views very clearly.
Right.
And it was so strange. They were like, wait, we need his ass. Go talk to the governor. You know what I mean?
Send that unorthodox one.
Because it's some different shit, right?
It's one of two ways, bro. They either fear you or they say we're gonna claim you so that you don't become one of your people.
Threat, right?
So it was a whole different experience for me. But when you think about it, though, like, and just like I just said a minute ago, man, fuck, I don't want to go to Wrigley Field. I don't want to be in no arena where there's that many white folks, and I'm uncomfortable in that situation because I've seen white folks be white folks. Mm-hmm. Like, we make the joke, white folks win white folks. That's not an abnormal behavior.
Nah,
this is
what they do.
They are.
It's what they've shown us historically.
Either I got to be prepared for war to go into this environment, or I can avoid the bullshit because I know the bullshit's there. right?
Uh-huh.
I say all that to say this. We still aspire to be in them goddamn spaces. And then you wonder why you like, you know, even in the comments, they be like, well, George Zimmerman is still around. You're right. He is. But if we don't disrupt this energy, we as a culture, we still aspire to be in their spaces. All the time. We want to go to their schools. We want to go to their shit, even their hangouts.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them. And whatever it takes to get us to the fuck them part, I'm with it. Whatever it takes.
I feel you. I feel you on that piece. I just like the Cubs. I'm a Cubs fan. And so I go to the Cubs games because I'm a Cubs fan. And when comparing the fun at the two parks, I have much more fun at Wrigley than I have at Comiskey, although I eat better at Comiskey.
I'm a Julian Green fan, and realistically,
Green
the only reason
the
shout out to Julian Green, man.
vice president of public relations. Yeah.
JG.
He put a lot of bread in the black community. I say that
He certainly does.
He
and
does do that.
For the Cubs, by the way.
He dragged the Cubs. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I did not fuck with the Cubs at all. And I literally, you go back on my Facebook page, every day they was in the World Series, I was rooting against them. But Julian Green and his commitment, I've literally said to the Ricketts, the only reason, in they box, the only reason I fuck with the Cubs is because Julian Green is on your team. And they be like, oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, man, but the Cubs suck.
They always, I mean, I can't argue that. They've sucked most of the years that I've been alive.
You take the train there, do you?
I'll take the train.
You hang out afterwards? You go to the bars?
Not generally, nah. I hop back on the train and get my ass back south. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
well, look, when they had All-Star here, right? One of my cousins is like Supreme Street nigga from Argyle Gardens. Supreme Street.
I remember. Is this the one that's the had the party? He had the party with and they was parking out. Okay, go ahead.
He threw a party on the same street as Wrigley Field. I don't know. I don't go up there often, so I don't even know the name of it.
Clark and Addison.
But it was the most hood shit you ever see in Yo Gotti was the performer. Put it in perspective, right?
Okay.
So everybody had on furs and they was naked under their furs. But it was some hood shit, like orange hair, blue hair. It was all that type of shit, right?
It's different.
Oh, it was cracking. Oh, I loved it so much. And the police was everywhere. They were so pissed. They didn't know who they had let have a party at their shit. I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought it was great. All those Negroes.
Up there.
Those kinds of Negroes, too.
Yeah.
Right? I loved
making everybody uncomfortable.
Oh, I loved every moment of that shit.
Oh, no, it's real good when those kind of white people get uncomfortable. They're like, oh, because they think they're in the environment and we take shit over. Wherever we show up, we take it over. If we come in mass, we taking it over. Period. Like and I don't mean like as many as y'all, just more than y'all are comfortable with. Nigga be 20 of us.
If it's
and
enough
100
of
y'all.
us,
y'all like
get a circle together.
It's 20 of them. What are we gonna do? It's only 40,000 of us. Like it's kind of weird. But I've yet to have such an experience at Wrigley. I've never had I've never even had that kind of energy because I just don't respond well to it. I'm going to jail for sure. I'm going to jail. Now I get you. I wasn't 10. You know what I'm saying? When I was going to Wrigley, and the era of your 10 and the era of my 10 is different anyhow. But I ain't had those experiences because if I'm going to jail for sure. The police station right up the street from the stadium anyway, so I'm going to jail. But I ain't had those experiences, man. I always have fun. If anything, I've had white people overcompensate when I be at Wrigley, and so like if the beer man come down and some dude like 4 seats to my left need a beer, and you know the beer man stands out, and then you pass the beer down. Everybody just pass the fucking. I don't know how they gonna do it with COVID now. Everybody touch your fucking beer and your dollar and pass the dollars back. I don't know how they
service to you now. They serve you now. Like you have an app, you have to hit the button, and you sit in your seat, and they bring it to you.
What I'm saying is, even when they bring it, right, the person stands in the stairway, and then they pat like. You ain't gonna squeeze past 15 people. Like, excuse me. I gotta get to seat 12. Like, nah, you get to seat 1, and then you pass that motherfucker to seat 12. Like, that's how it works at the fucking stadiums and shit. And so I don't even know what that's gonna look like now. Like, nah, like I don't know. Maybe you gotta go get your own fucking beer now. I don't know. Either way, it's I don't know. Shit is different as hell. But you know, I had a good time watching On the Soil today. Is all I was really trying to say before I went on the fucking 20-minute whatever. On the Soil was fire today, and they got into Anthony Rizzo, first baseman from the Cubs. I think he'll be a free agent after the season if they don't restructure, if they don't re-sign him. And he's been really, really good for the Cubs. Like really, really good. Gino said he might be the new Mr. Cub, which has always been like Ernie Banks. either way, he signed early in his career. He signed what I now call a Scotty deal. He signed one of them Scottie Pippen deals. Like he signed like 7 years for $40 million. Right? Cool. Unless you are a superstar baseball player, then that's not good money, right? And so now he's coming out of that deal. He wants another deal because that deal's about to expire after this season. But now you are out of your prime, right? You about to be like 33, 34 years old, and now you want the Cubs to like I think you want like retro pay or some shit. Like that ain't how this shit works. We pay you for what we think you about to get now, not for what you've done.
Yeah, white dude. Welcome.
You ain't Jordan, motherfucker. Bye.
Right. Jordan got retro pay. Right. Jordan took all the low checks for a minute, and then he signed 3 separate 1 year, $30 million deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we gonna do this thing to get me back right. Scotty, you can just go to Houston. Like,
get your money. We ain't paying.
You ain't paying it, fam. You go to Houston, you go to Portland, do whatever you're gonna do out there. But fam, you signed that 7 year. What's Scotty signed? Like 7 years, $21 million, some stupid shit like that. But it's security, right? So when you come from Central Arkansas and wherever the fuck
he said it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this sounds good. I can take care of all my people. I can send bread back there and we straight now, right? Until you in a different circle. And like you say, wealth and economics, that's that parallel. I mean, horizontal shit, right? And so now you in there with these people who making this money. Like, hold on, I'm better than these niggas. He make money. Well, nobody told you to sign for 7 years, fam. What happened was you didn't believe in yourself. And so you was like, oh, let me just take this 7 and whatever while they giving it to me because I might not be worth a damn.
Or rent was due.
Rent been due. You know what I'm saying? But rent ain't $21 million in Central Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? So you chill, bet on yourself. I'll sign for 3 years for that same per year average. But in 3 years, you got to come see me because I expect that I'm going to be cold as fuck. And if I'm not, then cool, I got one of myself and lost. But I'm not finna lock you in.
You talking about Scotty or this other dude?
Both of them.
Different times though, man, right? And different expectations. Like, yeah, money changes, right? The Jordan era versus this era, specifically in regards to like baseball. Like baseball is like one of the highest paid sports, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's guaranteed money.
Yeah, so the contracts change over time. So I'm not
unlike football.
Yeah, I'm not vouching for dude or not. I don't know. I don't know nothing about no baseball. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nothing.
I heard on the Pippen thing, I think the only other dynamic that maybe in the bet on yourself component was the fact that, remember, it was them contracts, the TV deal changed after he signed. So he didn't know that it was getting ready to go that way. But
and Mike revolutionized endorsements. So what's happening today, it wasn't happening like that in that era.
But even Jerry Reinsdorf in the Bulls documentary, the 10-part series, Jerry was like, I told him, you shouldn't sign the deal. And I'm the nigga that's about to pay you this shit. Like,
Jerry's probably lying.
That might have been capped, but Scotty was in the thing, and Scotty didn't say nothing different.
Jerry was calling them niggas as soon as they walked out of the room. He was the original. What's the dude from the Clippers?
Sure.
Sterling.
Yeah. He was the original Donald Sterling.
I'm sure, bro. If you were an uber wealthy old white man, I'm assuming you're racist.
Yeah, man. His driver crashed into my father's
proven
car.
Otherwise. Really?
His driver crashed into my father's car. The damage was like $1,500. He was like, "Take me to court."
Because I'd rather pay my white lawyer than pay your black ass.
Because you ain't gonna beat me.
You ain't gonna beat me.
I drag this thing
Try
out.
To collect.
Take me to court.
I pay my lawyer $100K for the next 2 years dragging this shit out before I give you $1,500. Yeah.
Hey, man, you
take me to court.
Because it ain't about this money. It ain't about the money.
Hey, man, that's guess what though? It is about the money. I won't. It's about the money, dog.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is he'd rather spend more bread than to give you $1,500 to fix your car. Fuck you, nigger. I'll give my Jewish lawyer $100K for the next 2 years and just drag this shit out longer than you can. You can't pay no lawyer for 2 years.
That's why black capitalism don't work though. So everybody in that circle, that money's circular. It's always gonna come back.
Exactly.
And if we operating from the horizontal wealth building standpoint, that shit ain't never circular. It stops somewhere and goes to their hands.
That's a real spill.
So yeah, I might give him $1,500 a day, but I'm gonna get that shit back on Saturday.
Exactly.
He gonna get that shit to my son for his bar mitzvah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So nah, I ain't giving it to you.
Yeah. Fuck.
Give it to my lawyer to file this motion or whatever.
Take me to court.
Right. And to even get me to court, you got to file. You got bread. You gonna go file this yourself? You gonna hire a lawyer?
That is exactly what they did with that cannabis joint we talked about this morning too. That's how they. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money, dude.
It's the script.
I got my money. We'll just wait you out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll wait you out, and then that's how all these. That's why fucking what's the lawyer, the black lawyer that chased the case, the ambulance chaser?
Which one?
The newest one.
Crump.
Crump.
That's why he's so successful. He understands that they just like I can play the game, right? So I'm gonna work pro bono for as long as it takes for y'all to cave in. Then y'all gonna have to cut me a check. Now, if I don't go down there with these people, they can't hire a lawyer that can carry this thing out. So nah. But if I go and I'm saying I'm working the pro bono, really,
man, you heard anything else? My bad.
No, you good.
You heard anything else about that Anjanette Young case?
That she's suing the city. That they didn't come clean with her that if she was supposed to. I mean, I would, if I were you, I would get Keenan back.
I hollered at him, but I only brought that up because for that same reason. It's like, I ain't paying no ass. Fuck you. We'll wait this out.
But that's why we run the promo all the time, because it's like, because what they know is niggas will forget. They be like,
That's
you
the
forgot,
strategy.
you
Fuck
forgot, and it's like Anjanette Young. They'll be like, you forgot, or you ain't got the money.
You ain't got the
to
money.
stretch it out.
And so not only
even forgot. It's like we don't give a fuck.
Not only Miss Young, but Keenan. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you ain't gonna. And now he has a personal connection to him, and he's a different kind of cat, so he may keep it up. But eventually, he gonna have to take on cases that put food on his table.
He's going to have to cut her. Right, and be like, or not cut her.
But he got to take on cases that put food on his table, which doesn't leave him the time to really, focus on her shit. And they just keep pressing it down and pressing it down. And it's like eventually he gonna be like, look, take this $100K that they offering and let's just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, okay, $100K, cool. And don't anybody even fucking know about it. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? Because we print money. We can wait this thing out as long as we fucking want. How long can you wait?
In California though, last week. I don't know if it was.
I know somebody very close to me who's been dealing with a lawsuit with a city institution, a Chicago public institution, for like 30 years. We'll just wait. Yeah, we'll just fucking wait. We can wait forever. How long can you wait?
I can't remember. It must have been the state of California. I would assume.
USC.
This had to be federal.
USC.
It's not that. It's that they just passed a law where the police are gonna have to take on responsibility of the crimes they commit. Like if somebody sues against the police department, that the police themselves have to hold that responsibility, and not the city or the state or whatever.
They got something similar to that here, where they're requiring the police to hold their own
like
insurance policy,
and stuff like that.
Like, so if you do, we ain't paying the settlement. You got to have it, and they're trying. I think Kwame was able to get it licensed. So your if they can't take you away, like if they can't fire you, they can take your license away for allowing you to be.
So that means it's a wrap for black police in city of Chicago.
Damn,
that's what it means, don't it?
Such a hater, man.
Isn't that what that means?
Such a.
I'm asking the question. Is that what that means?
It does mean that yes, we're gonna have some issues.
Yeah, it's gonna get real shaky around here, Joe.
Hey,
Herb, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going on vacation.
No. I'm saying eventually it's got to hit the fan anyway. So send it up. I don't get like. I know I sound like this fucking. I don't know, some type of fatalist or some shit. And I don't have any desire to die, nor do I have any desire to send my people off to die. But I also don't have a desire to keep up this bullshit. And so eventually we gonna send it up, fam. I'm not finna keep. It's like you live right here, school right here. The shortest way for you to get there is on this block. Except the niggas on that block bully you all the time. And so I walk all the way to fuck around every fucking day, both ways, to avoid this shit. Man, eventually we just gonna have to box, fam. I'm not finna do that shit. And either you gonna beat my ass or I'm gonna beat your ass. But either way, I'm not finna keep taking this fucking long road around just to fuck you, fam. Let's deal with it. Let's just deal with it. Cause I'm coming this way. Right? Period. Like this is where I have to be. I'm not accepting no other fucking way, and that's just what it's gonna be. I told you when I had to go to night school, or they want to jump me the first day because of how I had my head on. Cool, fam, but we gonna have to fight because I gotta come here every fucking day. Okay? And what I'm not finna do is run from you niggas, and what I'm not finna do is turn my head to this way because y'all fucking said so. Fuck you, fam. Like, we can meet in the middle. I stopped wearing a hat, but we gonna fight today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then after that, cool. Y'all big homie came, we talked about it, whatever. You keep your niggas off my ass. I won't be disrespectful in their school. I understand where I'm at. I'm not confused about that. But I'm also not no hoe, and I'm not finna deal with it. I understand where I'm at. This is America. I understand where I'm at. But I'm also not no fucking hoe, and I'm not finna keep dealing with y'all shit. Yeah, when is this fucking rubber gonna meet the road?
We've not clarified that we not hoes. That's not a clear understanding that we not hoes.
That's my point. That's the exact point that I'm making.
So until you decide to stand up, you're gonna get your ass beat. And that's why, again, I keep saying, I'm for them letting them motherfuckers off. Do all the egregious shit you can do.
Put it in their motherfucking face.
All I can stand is so I can stand this no more.
That's right.
So you can't ignore it no more.
Drop the straw that breaks the camel's back. I don't know what straw that's going to be, but be as egregious as you can. Just like I said the other day when I coach. If a motherfucker's beating us by 60, score again on us.
Right.
I support it.
Let these niggas know it's not a game.
Let these niggas know that you trash.
Right.
Right?
Until you can do something about it.
So you can beat that guy, you trash.
Right.
Right? And don't let up.
Right.
Don't pretend. Do as you will.
Right.
So be as egregious as you want, man.
Live out loud.
Hey, I support it. Live out loud, G. So when you see George Zimmerman selling his gun on Amazon,
and they go for $100 million,
I support it.
Live out loud.
Because I want to dismantle
It's an
all of the
exaggeration.
lies. I want to dismantle all the lies. Like if some grown man throws a goddamn banana at Mays at Wrigley Field, we should never go back to Wrigley Field. I don't give a fuck what restaurants they got there. I don't give a fuck what's going on there. I want them to be as egregious as possible. And I want us to start fucking paying attention to it. Right? Do all the wild shit you want to do to a point that we can't stand
You can't ignore it no more.
We can't lie to ourselves no more. We can't pretend.
We can't
no more.
find a little
can't
comfortable
say
space in
that
it.
Our aspirations to be a part of their system is our fucking goal in this journey of life. Be as egregious as fuck. You can't go to the Klan rally thinking they're gonna accept you because you know exactly where the Klan rally motherfuckers stand. So when you go to motherfucking Apple, see everybody there as in a sheet.
Right. If that's what it take, right?
Hey, this is what it is.
I dig.
I want them to be as egregious as possible.
It's a line in The Wire. Of course, there's always a Wire quote. Where the retired cop is talking to the prospective Mayor Carcetti, right? And Mayor Carcetti is trying to get the cop to do something for him, but he's not being forthright about what it is he wants or why he wants to be in partnership with him. And so the cop says, hey, you see that building across the street? He said, yeah. He said, that's the old, whatever the fuck the building was called, right? He said it was the, used to be a funeral home. He was like, it was the last stop for white folk on the west side back when there was some white folk on the west side, right? And he said, Stryker was the dude's name. It's the old Stryker building. He said, Mr. Stryker, he said, one day a black person asked Mr. Stryker, hey, y'all ever gonna, because the policy was only white folks, right? So he said, asked Mr. Stryker, say, Mr. Stryker, y'all ever gonna start burying black folks? Mr. Stryker said, yeah, under one condition. I can bury them all at once. Okay? And so
I missed that.
So Mayor Carcetti, the white dude, he looked at him like that's not funny. He said, nah, but you know what? I had a lot of respect for that man. He's like, because unlike you and most white folks, I knew where he stood.
That's real shit.
I understood where he stood. Your ass over here trying to run this game on me, and you're not even telling me what the fuck you on for real. He's like, Mr. Stryker, I knew he stood. He said, you ever gonna start burying black folks? Yeah. Under one condition. Bury them all at once. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
what season was this? Because I got to go check
season 4 or 5. I think 5.
All right, I'm going to have to check that out. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was Mayor Carcetti talking to retired Commander Colvin, Bunny Colvin.
Herb be remembering that shit verbatim.
Hey, Herb, I know you said you was going to do...
what you got?
You said you was going to do Darren Chauvin, right? Mm-hmm. Can you please, at some point in this whole thing, talk about the Asian, because I'm looking at Howard Trial, who said that Joe Biden just gave $49.5 million to combat Asian hate. And as I'm watching this trial,
how much they gave to combat black hate?
Right. Check this out though. As I was watching watching the trial, one of the key components of the people who protected the murder of George Floyd was an Asian American or Asian cop.
3 of them.
All 3 of them was Asian?
So it was two teams. The first team that came out wasn't really no big incident. Chauvin was in that second team. And that second team is like I think his name was like Doe.
Tao, right.
Tao Doe.
Two Tao and right.
Two Tao. Then it was like Kill Kimmy. It was 3 of them. It was 3 of them.
So what keeps happening, what I keep hearing in this thing is that as Chauvin was trying to, as people were standing around saying, get him away, the Asians were blocking them, threatening with weapons, all type of stuff. Where do we fit in? Where does that all fit in this whole space? Like, because I mean,
ain't no allies, man.
Fuck it.
I mean, we saw that the Latinos was like, ain't no Barack Obama high school coming around our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like,
hey, did you pull them names out of thin air today for what they would call the high school they're going to put in their community? That was real, like, okay, cool, because that shit was hilarious. Yes. He like, they ain't going to put Barack Obama high school over there, but they going to put Enrique Iglesias high school. I said, this motherfucker crazy.
I was making those up.
That's what I'm talking with you, and I want to hear what you got to say. But the attack itself was brutal. He walked up to her, kicked her on her stomach. She fell to the ground. He kicked her in the head. That second stomp in the head, that could have killed any fucking body, let alone a 65-year-old woman. That shit was crazy.
She at the crib now, though.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
George
she
Floyd's dead.
She got a strong hit. Yeah, I ain't listen. I ain't saying shit about
that. A strong hit.
Yeah, I ain't said shit about it. But that attack was brutal. And then how about the security guard though? That was like, that shit ain't in here. Close. That security guard walked over there like, damn, that's fucked up. Close the door, Phil.
Having this.
Where were you on the afternoon of in New York?
I missed it.
Somebody in the comments.
My family is in Kentucky, right? We go to Bowling Green. First time down there, they was eating snake and all kinds of shit. It was delicious, but they killing that shit in the yard.
I got you.
In Bowling Green, my whole family in Bowling Green, everybody there lived to 107.
I got you.
Everybody.
I got you. Get some rat tail soup for two.
Everybody lived to 107. That's all I'm saying. You know, y'all eat. You know,
the streets of Bowling Green.
Streets of Bowling Green, man. Them people be 87,000 years old driving. They be very comfortable.
That's real spill.
Straight up.
Still getting busy.
Still getting busy. You know
Speaking of that,
but they eating off the land.
Who was it? Somebody at the end of the show yesterday. I don't know which one of you fools it was. Said that. Remember, I referred to that Darius Geist, the running back that played at LSU, and the 75-year-old lady said he sexually assaulted or harassed her. I mean, and somebody at the end of the show, and this was right after the thing, but I saw it in the comments when we were signing out, said, he was trying to holler at Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad is still fine, G.
That's what I said. She's fine.
Yeah, she's still fine.
I think it was him that said she started. Yeah, her and Debbie Allen, they both fine.
Still fine, G. Like it's.
Yeah, but you can't be talking to him in the elevator, rubbing
Chinese food, and I ain't never knew what was in it. I know a couple, maybe like a week or two ago, I was talking about this thing.
That dude on Instagram, man, but just fruit, G, and it looks delicious. But this shit, I couldn't identify this shit as fruit.
Oh, you talking about Shaka Bars?
Maybe, I don't know, but it's all kind
of. On Instagram,
stuff.
You said.
Yeah,
his name's Shaka Bars. He be eating all kind of exotic fruits. And
yeah,
he's a raw vegan. So you know, you once you cook food, you take some of the properties out of it.
Right.
And so he don't cook nothing. He eat everything raw as is, including the fruits and only fruits and veggies, right? Raw as is. He also doesn't. He also does not weight train. He only weight trains with his body weight. And so
how we view shit, right? Like they built that together, you know, and in building that together, they resurrected his career as well. Like Joe Budden
Joe Budden was a lame
Love and Hip Hop. You know what I mean? Like it was pretty much, and at that time, Love and Hip Hop was you almost out the door. So that resurrected his career, and for that to resurrect your career, and then and I know he got a certain kind of personality. It's probably an acquired taste or whatever. But they rock with him. That's his people. You know what I mean? And they was able to build something out of that. And I think I rock with Maul on some hold on, man. I ain't rocking. Just on respect.
No, I appreciate that too. And I don't know that you can just like pick up and roll, right? And I don't know like
you can't. Even the Gilly show was better with the other dude.
But again, though, let me come in like this though. If he can keep doing the show without them, then maybe he's right that no, I do have the power to be like he got to go. Because clearly, if he if me and you was like, if me and you fell out and like one of us bounced, could one of us just keep fucking doing the show? I wouldn't just keep doing the fucking show. I wouldn't like somebody else sit right there and let's keep doing the fucking show.
I'm sure anybody could keep doing any goddamn thing. Will it create the same energy? No. So he's had other people on the show, and there's a lot of backlash. Like, come on, man, this ain't the show.
So what I'm saying is they couldn't be like partners on.
Candace says it's been 3 trash episodes straight without him.
I'm sure, but they couldn't be partners on paper if he can still fucking do it when they like we ain't fucking doing it.
No, that's kind of the argument.
Mm-hmm.
They are partners, and that's why Ma was like, hold on, who the fuck is you?
Right.
What you think this is?
Right.
That's saying how this rocking.
Right.
But at the same time, too, just like with anything else, these are friends in business. I also think this is part of how
it's tough. Yeah.
The white folks capitalism concept works, right? Because you put more value in that money than you do in your relationships.
Yeah.
And that's some dumb shit.
No, I
think it's
that's a tough partnership to have. Like if you got a partner that's like I'm like if when we started this shit, you was like, bread. I'd be like,
man, one thing I done learned though, right?
I want to do it. I don't like
man,
it.
that paperwork don't really mean shit. And I mean it in this sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my biggest dealing with, like, money and paperwork is when my father died. And the inheritance, per se, of all of his things that got left, right? And my mother was still alive, so in reality, everything should have just went to my mother, you know what I mean? Which would have been comfortable for me, you know what I mean? But he didn't do that because he didn't trust my mama, right? In the sense of her being able to handle what he was leaving behind. So he left that shit he broke it down into some for me, some for my sister, some for my mama. He left a home to my mama, which was the biggest asset, all the money, asset, right? Which was the most dangerous shit to do. You know, leaving that shit to my mama because she ain't never dealt with the responsibility of dealing with no money. So just thinking about how that played out in my life, like all the shit that he left me, even the shit that he didn't leave me, and the reason he did that because he didn't want to make that my burden. I know that. The shit that he wanted to make my burden, he made sure he made it my burden. Right? But he didn't want to make certain shit my burden. And because my mother had never dealt with any financial responsibilities, all that shit became my burden. Right? And I had none of the power to make decisions. But it's my mama.
Right. So I can't just leave her high and
dry.
dry.
Do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that in context too, because I know other people who are looking at the situation where and their parents probably got way more than my parents had. Right? And it's much more kids. And you see their ass angling like when this shit happened, I'm
like, man, this motherfucker died. We straight. Like, we seen the policy, and I hope he go before the first kid go, cause they get the money before me, and I seen it. That's crazy.
Real shit. And what I tell them people in them situations is, I tell you what, if you want relationships with your brother or your sister, or you're gonna lose out on the money.
Whoever cares the least will win.
Will win.
Whoever cares the least,
it don't matter
will
what
fucking
that
win.
Will say.
Yep, that's how it works.
It don't matter.
In disputes over money, whoever cares the least will win.
That's real.
I mean cares the least about the relationship and the person, not the money.
Not the money.
We can both care equally about the money, but whoever cares the least about the relationship will fucking win.
Because if you want to retain a relationship with your people, you're not getting none of that money.
But the other person like, fuck you. I'm here for the bread. I remember when I was a shorty.
That's disturbing to me, man.
I was young. I don't remember how old I was. I might have been, I don't know, 7, 8 or some shit like that. And my mama showed me and my brother her life insurance policy. And she set us down and kind of explained it. She was like, this is that. And she's like, if something happens to me, or if I die, y'all will get X amount of dollars. And I was like, yes, because all I know is that's the biggest number I ever heard in my life. I ain't understand it. It was like, yes. She like, hey, I said if I die, but that mean I'm gone. Like I'm like, now I'm faking sad still because I'm still charged about the money because I still don't grab. I'm like, yes, like we gonna get what? Kill her. No, I'm kidding.
That's what I don't know what I'm calling her. I'm gonna call her Janessa Martin today because I don't know.
R.O. is her name.
I do this to her because I don't know which name she using, but
her name is R.O.
She ain't telling her kids what they getting because she watched too many killing shows.
They might not kill you, but once you die, and they know they gonna kill each other.
They gonna kill each other about it.
It's really It's interesting to see how much that shit matters to us, man.
Well, see y'all next week. I'm gonna go drink.
So
for a long time.
So let me ask y'all a question. So, you doing all 3 hours, or you want to do 2-hour shows so I can go home at 5? What you doing? What's the game plan?
Off air, we can figure out the game plan.
Okay,
we don't have to do that on air.
Right, cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to go drink. If you call me, I'll pick up like that. Hello?
But I got a plan, though, so this shit ain't just gonna fall because his ass ain't here. I don't rock like that. Please believe.
Now, we only freestyle because of me. He's a preparation type of motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fail publicly, ever. Believe that shit.
Got too much pride for that.
Believe
I'm
that
a Viking.
shit.
I'm going to be like, what you say? I'm going to be like, his mic don't work. No, so.
Motherfucker, cut my mic off. I'm definitely not with you tomorrow. Depending on
nigga, go on vacation.
I may fuck with you on Friday.
Go enjoy your vacation, dog.
Be in the islands. I got it.
Be in the islands.
We got the third member coming in tomorrow.
I'm not coming tomorrow. Shout out to the third member of it.
Who's the third member?
Look at him jealous.
I know.
Look at him, he tight. Who's the third member?
I thought
I was the third member. He tight.
No,
I want to be 3. I want to be 3.
number one already. Like,
first of all, Lil Ron is number one.
No,
First of all, Lil Ron is number one.
Get yourself clear.
Lil Ron is number one.
Get yourself clear. Don't make me print it out.
Be clear.
I'll print it out for everybody.
Lil Ron's number one. Look, May said on his show this morning, right? May said, I saw Lil Ron goes number one. I changed the algorithm on the shit.
I didn't say that. But I was like, damn. Oh no, I changed the way the page looks so it's more video focused. And so one of the features is it puts the top video for the week up. And I'm like, why the fuck do Lil Ron keep coming up here? Why Lil Ron? No, I wasn't tight because I always know that, I
tighter than that shirt you got on. We gotta go. Y'all make sure y'all wake up early tomorrow for the Mace Jackson Show. It is at 6 a.m. Stick around for the Book of Dawn. And then Parenting in a Pandemic with Neil Jackson before touching down on the soil with the bigs. Two will be here with the third member of Is Wiz tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'll see y'all when y'all see y'all, man. If y'all hear somebody scream, it ain't me, it's the other nigga. 4, Mace Jackson, Toussaint Werner. My name is Herb Howard. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum. These mics off.
Okay, never mind then. Let me keep talking to my friends then.